Right, Dave? You're here.
I've always been here.
The whole time. For years. Alright, when last we left off, you guys had...
You guys hearing that static from...
Yeah, that's from Eric, I think.
Eric.
Sorry.
Rip.
It's all right. You on an airplane?
They don't... You can't play virtual tabletop games on an airplane? That's crazy.
Considered a weapon.
You guys had been up to some shenanigans in a tower, and you had brought one of the real culprits of the murder back, or the manslaughter, however you choose to look at that. And you've had, I don't know, a couple months have gone by without much happening. I forgot your characters' names. Shit. Griff and Bernard are the two still on the watch, right?
Yeah, we're probably in charge of the whole thing by now.
No, you haven't been demoted. You've been like side-moded. After doing this investigation, the lady kind of in charge of this area, red-haired lady, I forget her name. No, wait. Your commander's the red-haired lady. Man, it's been too long, man. I forgot everyone's names. The one who just sent you on that last one to find out who the murder was. She tells you guys are still on the watch, but you're kind of... Undercover is the wrong word there, but she doesn't want you talking about what you're doing. Your job is going to be... she'll occasionally send you on some tasks, but like the short-term goal that you have right now is, you know how you had uncovered a bunch of cultists, some of which were in the watch? You guys were supposed to try to like track them down, see if there was anyone else that was up to no good, stuff like that. So you've been kind of doing, CSI, Ubersreik for the last 2 months, but not really getting too far. All the people you know of that you didn't already murder in that other town, there was like 4 or 5 other guys associated with it. They've all been tracked down, and you're not even supposed to engage them. You're just supposed to, let a contact of hers know when you found them, and then those people just sort of quietly disappear.
Awesome.
So that's what you've been up to.
You said it's been a month?
Probably about 2 months.
All right, so I am no longer suffering the effects of brokenness?
Your leg finally works? Hell yeah.
Maybe you aggravated it when you tripped on some stairs. We should roll.
I don't even see the crit on you anymore.
Yeah, neither do I. Maybe it fell off when you... Did you actually run the calendar forward?
No, but I might have removed it when we were doing our post-game stuff. You are encumbered, though.
Yeah, I'm looking for that. Trappings. Here we go.
Also, given the nature of it, you don't have such a rigid schedule anymore, so I guess you can just do adventuring now whenever you want. As long as you were there when she really needs you. Because if you're on a regular watch schedule, really, I can't keep coming up with adventures that work around that. It's impossible. Right. So congrats on your side motion.
Okay, I have a bag on me called Stuff Not On Me, and it's counting that.
Well, maybe you should wear it. No.
Oh, nope. Oh, I'm sorry. It is not.
I think that's it.
Yeah, okay.
You're at 9.06 out of 8.
Yeah.
Your bastard sword says it's 3, which is really kind of surprising.
Yeah, the weapon is huge. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, I guess it's a bastard sword. It's not pure weight. Like, some of it's just how bulky it is.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to get rid of some of my armor.
You do have a lot of armor. You have 6 points of armor.
Yeah.
You got a cloak. I guess you just not wear a cloak.
Well, I need to get rid of that and my coins, I guess.
Yeah, just get rid of your coins. Easy.
Nope, the cloak is in the bag. It's 0, right?
I don't think so.
So.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. It is.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Got to get rid of some armor.
Actually, I'm not entirely... Let me edit this to 0. I just want to see what happens. You just walk around with the cloak shoved in a bag? Weird.
I didn't have anywhere else to put it.
Well, yeah, I guess it's 6 armor, 3 sword, and then your coins. Makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like, all right. How do you move stuff into a bag?
I think you just drag it.
Drag it.
Just be like Griff. Get yourself 10 points of encumbrance.
Well, I'm gonna be there soon. Okay, it's not worn anymore. Why is it still counting?
You can say, Dave.
Oh God.
Because you moved the leather stuff, which wasn't counting against you in the first place.
Yeah, I see that now. Awesome.
Just get that chain hat off. You don't need head protection.
Yeah.
It gives you -10 to stealth and perception anyway.
All right. Well, I guess I gotta go like this until I get some more stuff. There we go. I'm good.
So, finally dressed gentleman. Obviously, Griff for sure would recognize him as a servant. For probably a nicer house. Not recognize him in particular, just, with his servant background, pick him out. This guy comes up to you when you're drinking at I'm sure was it the Spotted Pig? I don't even remember the name of the bar anymore. What was the name of the bar, Andrew?
I think it was a Spotted Pig.
Good. And let's see. Who among you has the highest status, like social? Brent's silver 2, Griff is brass 3, Bernard is silver 1, Rocco is silver 2. Trent is scarier, so he goes up to Rocco. Says, "Excuse me, sir. You're Rocco, right?"
Yes. How can I help you?
My lord has this invitation for you.
Just for me?
For tomorrow. Well, no, for your group. I assume you're all sitting together, because why not? What's up? Good. Yeah. Okay, you didn't really need to slam the door, though, but thanks. One second. Actually, I don't know if there is any Alex script. There is.
There's a whole other stack.
Do you need a pen?
Years.
Here's a pen.
Bring your paper, which works.
Yeah, just grab it.
There's still a
take care of any that you don't.
No, I will. I took them back.
Yeah. All right. Hey. All right. See ya. All right. My lord, Lucius Kardst-Stampf invites you to come. Well, here you can read the invitation for yourself, but tomorrow morning, noon, before noon, is when he'd like you to come.
Okay.
I'll wait here while you read this, so I can inform my lord whether or not you'll be coming.
All right. I'll read it. I'll read it out loud.
Yeah, read
Since
it out
my
loud.
companions can't read.
That's true.
What does it say?
You're not actually going to read it out loud. Oh, it's in the HM screenshots.
Oh,
I'd want to share it, but I'm afraid I'd share the whole adventure by accident. So
all right. It says, "Dear friends, please permit me to introduce
Wait.
myself."
I just hit the button and I didn't even mean to. So keep reading though, please.
What button?
Oh, it didn't show up on your screen?
No, I see it.
Okay, well.
I am a humble poet, young to my craft, who has heard of your travels and travails, and would like to put your adventures to parchment. Though I am known to the few residents of this fair city who appreciate the literary arts, I would not expect you to be familiar with my works, nor even know my name, for I fear that I have yet to write my first true masterpiece. What I have heard of your experiences, however, has already served to inspire the muse within me. If you would like to be kind as to visit with me at our family's estate in Morgansight for a
I'll
few
go with that.
days, you would find me suitably grateful. Hoping to see you on the morrow, Lucius Kardst-Stampf.
You guys can give me, if you wish, local lore checks, or I mean that's probably the best one. If anyone has it, that might be an untrained skill. You might be able to do it no matter what. I'm not sure. Average, so you get plus 20. You do at least recognize the name from the standpoint of the very first adventure when there was the kind of the brawl or whatever in the town square, and you saved kind of a younger girl. She was, I don't remember her first name, but she was from this family.
I didn't put the EP in, so it's actually +4.
+4. You know that they are one of the richest merchant families in the city. Probably one of the richest ones in the Reichland entirely. And with that roll, you know that years ago they actually gave up their titles, so like they're not nobility anymore, but they did it in like a trade thing, and it actually like made them the wealthy family they are now. So they're actually wealthier than many noble families.
They sold their nobility off.
In a sense. In a sense. You don't know all the details around it, but
I asked this guy what his name is.
Jurgen, sir.
Jurgen.
We
Good
already
man.
have a Jurgen. There's a lot of Jurgens in this town.
There's another Jurgen.
There was earlier. I was I guess that's your go-to name, Derek.
I don't remember another Jurgen.
Jurgen, my good man, please step outside for a few minutes.
I'm not Jurgen, I'm Jurgen. Yeah. Okay.
Jurgen.
I think it would be amazing if in the game we're like, sorry, we already know Jurgen. Fuck off.
I only got room for one. Yeah, he'll go step outside. And Dave, also with your success, you know that Lucius is the youngest, well, second youngest member of the family. Like the girl you saved would have been the youngest, but youngest male of the family, at least. Anyway,
I'm in. What do you guys think? Sounds like fun.
By the way, if you're not in, we're done for tonight. So just
Well, I think in game there should be some reason that you refuse to take Al's character with us to add extra drama.
he's just not there. You're not going to be able to find him by noon.
He's looking for that guy's secret stash. That guy moved it.
I expect, but I'm not sure this adventure will be done in 2 weeks' time. It could even be done tonight. So,
is this a Derek original?
No, I was gonna do it, and I got 3-4 weeks. I could totally do it, and then I never took the time to do it. So no, we're doing this one. I want to kind of do their mega campaign, but I got to find the time to prep it. That's hard to do.
All right.
Anyway,
I don't hear any sounds of no naysayers. I go outside and say, "We'll do it."
very good, sir. Again, please be there before noon tomorrow. He gives you directions to where their house is, although, yeah, and there will be you'll be fed when you get there.
Come have a drink with us, Jurgen. You've come all this way.
Give me a charm roll. He's hesitant because he probably shouldn't, but it's nice to be asked. I really can't, sir. Thank you though. It's very kind.
All right, next time.
I'll see you tomorrow. He heads back off in the direction of the wealthy district. Unless anyone has anything they would like to do, we can just sort of skip to the next day.
Is it weird to come heavily armed to a place like this?
I hope not.
Like heavily armed, like wearing your full armor, probably. Wearing some sort of weapons and light armor, no, that's just kind of common everywhere.
Okay.
But I think if you went in your full plate armor, that would be weird, unless you sell it as, hey, you wanted to hear about our journeys.
Dude,
like there's a way you could do it, but
that's my thing. That's my guy's thing.
okay. I mean, that's fine.
He's always in his smelly armor.
That's fine. It's yeah. You understand though that it would be socially weird to do that. But if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. Like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
Right.
So that said, it sounds like Andrew's going fully armored. What about the rest of you? Dave, are you going with full chain or?
Other.
All right. And like bringing a weapon's fine. If you're carrying like 4 of them in there, that's probably weird. If you're carrying a gun, that would probably be weird.
What about
Well,
pistol?
Where should I keep my gun?
Yeah, I mean, you raise a good point there. Okay, open, carrying it like it's ready to be fired would be weird. Maybe you can like stow it or sling it or something, and that would be.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he came to us.
That's true. I'm
He
just
must
telling
know-
you what the social norms are, and
He must know how awesome we are.
Maybe there's going to be a guy drawing us. We want to look authentic. It's an illustrated
French girls.
book for kids.
I want someone to make that now. You already have the vampire drawing, so that'll be good. All right.
Somebody to make it, or somebody with decent drawing skills.
I mean, does it matter? It's a kid's book. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
gotta add a little color and you're good. So this probably is black. Let me see if I can fix that. You guys see a map?
Yes.
So up in the north there is like the main gate of their estate. This is in the middle of the city. This is probably one of the larger like estates, but this is kind of what this area is a bunch of walled in estates, all kind of. The guard has a pretty heavy presence here. Typically, you guys have not been patrolling this area. You've been down in the docks and stuff. But anyway, sec. So you guys arrive, and there's guards kind of at the main gate, and they look like they're kind of expecting you, but ask you for your invitation to confirm who you are. Hopefully, Rocco kept that.
Oh yeah.
Just a moment. We'll call for Jurgen to escort you in. And
You mean Jurgen?
Jurgen, sir. Hey, what was the kid's name? I don't remember now. Shit. Eugene? Was it Eugene?
No, it was Sparky.
Definitely not Sparky.
It was Eugene.
Lies. Full of lies. Anyway, they lead you in. You can see. Can I ping? Yeah, over here, stables. You kind of catch glimpses here of what you're assuming are like servant houses on the grounds. You don't really, see the hedge maze in the back. 'Cause it's on the other side of the house. They take you to the west wing of the house, which would be over here, or Jurgen does anyway. Escorts you in to. I'm going to flip maps again. This one is probably also blank, so 1 moment. Let's throw it on here. Seems a little too big. We're just going to have to go with it. The scale doesn't quite seem right there, but...
Just increase the size of the grid.
Yeah. Decrease the size of the grid, right?
Right.
You can open the scene, you go to the grid tab, you tell it the picture is actually bigger than the physical picture. And it'll just blow the picture up a little. It's one way to do it.
How do you do it?
On the grid tab, there's a X by Y.
Yeah. No, I don't see it.
No?
Well, there's screen dimensions, width and height. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. Just double
Yeah,
the,
you
there's a
gotta
link
change the
between them.
pixels. Yeah.
Yeah, double one of those numbers. It'll increase the size of the picture.
Yeah, okay. We'll do that.
And then you'll reload the scene.
That reload for you?
No? Did you update the scene, or did you just close the dialogue?
Reload. I'm just going to move you away and back. How about that?
Yeah. I reloaded.
That totally did not work. All right. This is not worth the trouble. 50 pixels. Done. Easy. Boom. There you go. You're tiny now. Scale's probably all wrong because I don't feel like a door should be.
2 yards wide.
Whatever. We're going with it. Bernard. Griff. Rocco. Trent. You're kind of brought in through this front door here to the east. Do I have a Jurgen? Let's find out.
Front door to the east. Where was the front door at this one?
Over here.
Oh. We're not at the front door.
No, we were brought into this room.
Okay.
And that's Footman and Maids is Jurgen. I don't know where his token is, so that'll do for now. Doesn't matter. He escorts you in. So you see Lucius there. He's probably about 18 years old, dressed in his very fine clothes, very dapper. You can kind of hover over him to get a better picture if you want. He seems excited when you walk in, and he gets a look at Griff. He's just kind of like breaks into a big smile. He's like, "Oh, oh yeah, I've heard about that."
See,
Hmm.
I told you guys.
He kind of puts his hand up to his nose though too, like not that he's trying to be rude, but just like it got him.
Yeah, I tried to give it a good scrub last night, but
Did you? Okay.
I'm
Well,
sure I
then
didn't do a great job.
maybe it's not so bad. Well, you were a servant once. You're probably actually pretty good at it, if you want to be.
Oh, that is true.
All right. He probably wants to talk to you. Welcome, welcome. I've heard so much about you, including from my sister. That was before all these stories I've heard about you, though. Please have a seat. Have a seat. He motions for Jurgen to, go get some ale and bread and cheese and stuff. He wants to hear, tell me all about yourselves. Tell me. I want to hear about all your exploits. I'm gonna write a poem about it. It's gonna be amazing. He seems kind of nervous, but also kind of excited.
I'll walk up and pat him on the back and say, "No need to be nervous, friend. We're here to regale you with our tales of amazement. Just sit back and relax."
You bet. You bet. Tell me about what was the one I heard that when the undead were rising up in the city? Tell me about that. I heard you fought them.
Yes, we
did.
so long ago.
Make something up. How about?
Yes, we were visited by a very strange man the night before, 2 nights before, perhaps, and given a strange package. And I don't remember what happened from there. We went to find the intended recipient, and I don't remember what happened from there.
That's okay. I won't make you do this all because apparently that's not going to work.
I'm trying to remember at least one thing we did.
Yeah.
We tried to track down a guy. Your names got mixed up. It was Rocco and Rocco 2.
Yeah.
And you found out that he wanted to raise his sister or mother or wife or something like that. Wasn't that it?
I don't know.
What it was, the boat captain wanted her husband raised. I don't know if you ever really found out what that guy was up to. Rocco hit a thing, and the guy went. Someone walked in and just went straight to it and grabbed it and left.
Right.
And then undead rose up, and you hacked a bunch, and then in the morning it was basically over.
And then that guy had died, right?
Oh yeah, that's where Griff got his armor.
Dying breath. He told me to don his armor and finish his life quest. It was beautiful.
Lucius gets out, parchment and he's quill and he's writing. And when you say that, he like dips his feather in the ink. And he's like, "Oh, what was this life quest? What is the life quest you inherited?"
He swore me to secrecy, good sir.
Not good enough for the.
Just a hint. Something to tease the listener.
Rest assured, the forces of evil and the undead will fall beneath me.
That's amazing. That's amazing. He starts writing. He wants to. Long story short, he wants to pay you to stay here a few days, regale him with tales, eat his food, drink his wine. He'll pay you guys 8 shillings a day each for hanging
Okay.
out.
Sounds good.
Rocco wants to drag it out as long as possible.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the way he tells stories, that shouldn't be hard. I can't remember. Gonna take some time.
Give me a few minutes.
Well, it all started when I was 5 years old. All right. He kind of breathes an audible sigh of relief as you accept his offer. He calls in Jurgen again and tells him to show you where your rooms are and show you where he'll get some lunch. There's a dining room. I guess I'll actually point to you. You do see this area is kind of like dustier than you would have expected. But these are your rooms. You guys can split amongst them however you want. There's no one in any of these. As you're going down, all the doors are locked, and Jurgen will... There's 4 of you? Honestly, he's probably going to just put you all in this room. That would probably make the most sense. So he unlocks the door. He shows you your room. You can drop anything off you want. This is the dining room. He says, lunch will be served in half an hour.
This down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucius says, make yourself comfortable. Look around if you want. And then, in like an hour, after you eat, come back here and he'll start listening to your tales and composing his epic poems and all that.
Can I read some of your past work? I'd like to become familiar with your style.
I'm not really ready to show that to anyone yet. I like I said in my letter, I don't really have anything yet I'm too proud of, but I'm hoping this is going to be it. For sure, I'll show you what I develop from your stories, and you'll be the first to hear the poems.
All right.
Good job trying to put me on the spot, Adam. But no, I'm not going to come up with poetry on the fly.
This guy keeps out of character. This guy keeps saying he's a writer and whatever, but he has nothing to show for it.
No, he's an aspiring poet. I think his letter said that though, right?
Obviously,
nothing.
Wants to start with the best.
He has nothing you've heard of. He also seemed a little shy about showing anything he's written to you. Like he could be lying, but it's just he doesn't have anything out there. That's what he's saying. All right. You see another guy show up. He looks even fancier than Jurgen. Griff, you're guessing he's the head butler. And he's kind of after Jurgen shows you your rooms, he shows up and he asks you politely but a little coldly if he can do anything to make you more comfortable. And then sorry, go ahead.
I will thank him, but say I think we are good.
Very good, sir. The lunch will be served in about 10 minutes, right down the hall there.
Thank you.
He heads down there, and you can hear some people busy in there getting food and stuff ready. Is anyone doing anything other than just kind of hanging out and then going to eat?
Nah.
Sounds good.
So you guys have some lunch. The kind of the head butler guy whose name you find is Dietgar escorts you to Lucius after you guys are done eating. And it was pretty good, good food, lots of ale, all you could drink really. Reasonably anyway. And Lucius kind of waves Deeker our way and starts collecting your stories. And unless any of you have any particular things you want to do during that, kind of over the next several hours, you regale him with your tales. In a general sense, I'm curious, is there anything in particular you don't want to tell him? Or is there anything are you exaggerating, lying, making up whole new stories? Like, just give me a sense of like what you're telling him.
Well, Bernard would start at the beginning, telling him that he was a blacksmith's apprentice and how he struck out to, join the military and managed to get, I don't know, what's the right word, conscripted into the guard. And he's since risen through the ranks. And all the while participating in these fantastic adventures.
Yeah. I'm asking ChatGPT to write me a poem about the party's deeds. See if I've told them a little bit about the stuff you've done, so we'll see. God, here we go.
Oh no.
Griff is the, clear hero of the story that he tells. Not because he's embellishing or exaggerating, but because that is how he sees it.
Is there no Trent in there? Oh, there we go. No, in Ubersreik's fog, neath shadowed eaves, 5 souls awaken, mind's tapestry weaves. Dirk with nimble fingers fair, threads through danger with sly care. Bernard stands watchful, steeled and tall, guarding comrades against night's cruel maul. Griff's cup spills over, bold and free, his laughter echoes, fierce glee. Rocco's eyes, keen with curious light, unravel secrets locked in night. Trent, holy man, Sigmar's might, blesses each step through perilous plight. Together they tread through time's tight loop, each... What does that mean? Oh. I was brainstorming something and it picked that up. Ignore the last 2 parts. Boop. Deleted. Anyway. So he over the next several hours, you share some of your stories with him. He asks questions, he's getting details. He gives you that little sample verse that he's, coming up with to kind of like introduce you guys in the poem. And then he's like, all right, that's enough for now. I'm going to take my notes. I'm going to go in the library, make yourselves at home, do what you want. I'll, dinner, you'll be meeting my mother for dinner tonight. And then you maybe don't wear the armor, Griff, to dinner. She might not, that might not go over well. Probably don't bring weapons, to dinner, at least. Anyway, make yourselves at home, and I'll see you then. I'm gonna be in the library working. And with definitely the implication is there's gonna be multiple days of him getting some notes, iterating on things, coming back, asking you questions for more details, whatever. And
How free are we to walk around this house or whatever?
If the door is locked, don't break it open. But otherwise, you're fine.
Okay.
He says.
I'm gonna poke around.
Yeah, all right. I have to pull up my map key because I don't totally know. I'll give you the quick tour.
Are you carrying your looting backpack?
Of course, it's got $sign on it.
There are it's not an empty house. You see servants here and there. There's the occasional guard. So if you are trying to filch things, it's possible, but it's definitely not like you're in an empty house, just able to.
I think it would be amazing if he comes to get us for dinner and just 70% of the valuables in the house are gone and we're gone.
Yeah. So most of the doors over here in the West Wing are locked, other than your room, the dining area you were in, This is unlocked here. This is where you came through to the front room. It's got stairs to go upstairs, which you're welcome to go up. Although at the top, that comes up here. The door. There we go. There is a guard up there by that door who's like, this is the family bedrooms. Like, you're not allowed in there. You do, one thing I didn't mention, Lucius had mentioned a lot of his family is not here right now. Many of them went to Altdorf to see his father. His father actually lives there. So right now it's just him and his mother, and then, a much reduced number of servants and guards. Even then, you've seen well over half a dozen guards and like a dozen servants, as you've been walking around. So it's not like the place is empty, but it's definitely not at full capacity. What else we got? Down on the first floor, this would be like the main dining hall. This is where you'd be having dinner later.
There's a banquet hall. That's a lot of chairs. Is their family actually that big?
Well, if they have events and stuff.
Okay.
Like their family table is probably this one. Up on the dais, but I mean, they're a wealthy house, so if they throw a big party, yeah. You've got this is the servants' eating hall. You're welcome to go in there. You got the kitchen down here. On the left, kind of in between all that, is like storeroom, pantry, stuff like that. Probably this one, no one wants you going in, but it's like a storeroom you can see. And if you go upstairs, like upstairs on the east side is a lot of like servants' rooms and stuff. Although they also, you can see like out here. Let me flip. That's everything. I don't.
Do we see the little sister anywhere? As we're roaming
No,
around?
she is in Altdorf as well. I'm just going. If this one's not going to be to scale, but I'm going to put it on here just so you can look at it. 1 sec. Still looking. Sets. Which is maps. There we go. I threw the grounds on there. It's not to scale, but you can look at it at least from here. You're welcome to go look on the grounds. There's a hedge maze back here. I don't know if you want to wander in it or not. Let me know if you do. The rest are like servants' buildings for the most part. Other than this long one is a tool shed, and this one over here is the stables. These like the servant homes, you are not welcome to just walk into.
Is there anyone out back around the hedge maze?
No, there's no one kind of around the hedge maze right now, and it actually looks kind of like overgrown, like they haven't been keeping it up.
Okay.
So it's been like
I want to wander it,
Okay, yeah.
but I don't want to get lost. So I was
Well,
going to ask how long.
I mean, you can see the size of it, so it's not like you'd get lost forever. But yeah, you might get
Okay.
turned around in there.
Sure, let's do it.
All right. You all alone, or is anyone going with you? I gotta ask just in case you get murdered. I mean, I gotta set the precedent so that you're not ready when it does happen.
Good luck, buddy.
All right. I'm going to find the pot of gold in the middle.
All right, no one's going with you as far as I know. All right.
All right.
Sec, I gotta find the.
Is there a,
so
is there a
it's
tool shed around here?
yeah, there is. That was the longer building out there.
All right. I want to check out the tool shed real quick
Before or after the maze?
before.
Okay. Yeah, it's not locked. You can go there.
All right. Any hedge trimmers in there?
Probably, yeah.
All right. I'm going to take those with me just in case.
Okay.
Do a little tidying up if I need to.
Curious. Yeah, so you got some hedge clippers. You walk by. Probably no one really happened to notice you in that short amount of time you were carrying the hedge clippers over there. You head into the maze. It is like, it doesn't look like it's been trimmed in a while, so like some of the thorns and stuff are starting to like grow over the top. It makes it a little shadowy in there. And you know, you gotta like near the edges, it's not as clean anymore, so you don't want to get caught on anything.
Sure.
But I don't know, give me like a perception roll or a navigate roll, or give me both.
Give you both or either?
Give me both.
Give you both. Okay.
That was real bad. Well, you spend longer than you probably would care to admit to anyone in there, because it's really not the hardest maze, but somehow you keep getting turned around and ending right back in the center, which has a statue of the goddess Shalia, which is not a bad goddess. I don't remember exactly. Asking ChatGPT. Goddess of healing, mercy, and peace. She's one of the benevolent deities. Anyway, that is in the center of the maze. You find it. There's a bench there that you imagine, you know, people sit at and reflect as they've made it halfway through the maze. After some time, you do find your way back out. That looks delicious.
In that time, the party was convinced you were kidnapped or killed, and we murdered everyone.
What are the rest of you doing? Staying inside, going outside, doing nothing, drinking? Like, they're all fine. Just curious.
Yeah, I'm drinking.
Drinking.
I'm ready.
How about Trent?
Probably some drinking, some off elsewhere, meditating /
I think my kids are screaming in the back. Hey, Trent, give me a perception test. That was good. You are walking the grounds at one point, just looking around. Unless you never went out there. I might have misheard. And
once or twice, probably.
okay. You actually find, like, back in the corner, kind of a little shrine to Sigmar.
Okay.
It looks kind of overgrown, and, like, it's not well kept, but you actually find, like, 2 servants praying at it right now. So that catches your eye, being a priest of Sigmar. Not in a bad way, it's just like, oh yeah, Sigmar, rock on.
Yep.
And then, Bernard, you doing anything special? Dave's not there. Eric, your mic's picking up static. Alright, well, we'll assume Bernard's not doing anything too special. Anyway, nothing particular caught your eye in the maze other than it was a little overgrown and you managed to get really lost, Adam.
I want to take a good hard look at that statue in the middle.
Okay. Give me a perception.
Sit there and, you know, really look it over.
Yeah.
Perception starts with P. There it is.
It's very nicely made. It looks like it has been kept up a little better than the rest of the maze. But other than that, not a lot to it. Definitely they seem to respect Shalia. They're they put some money into having that statue made. And
how big is it? Like 10 foot?
Oh yeah, no, it's like a human-sized statue.
Can you see it from outside the hedge maze?
Nope. The hedge maze is too high.
Is the
It's
bench-
like human size. It's like a life size statue.
Okay. Does the bench look like it's seen use? Is it like covered in dirt?
It looks covered in dirt, no, but it's not like someone was just out here and swept the thing or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess probably there would be some dirt on it.
Okay. I'm gonna leave
Just
the
like,
hedge.
you know, like dusty.
I'm gonna leave the hedge clippers underneath the bench.
Got a weapon for later. Planning ahead. I probably should have made you do like a theology roll or something. I'd come to think of it, you might not recognize Shalia, but whatever. Maybe there's a little plaque and you can read it.
I read
Being
about
one
it
of-
in the newspaper this morning.
Being one of the few that know how to read. You make yourselves at home. You enjoy the ale and the wine, and it comes to be dinner time. And I am curious if you show up in your armor and bearing weapons to the dining hall.
I don't even know who you're talking to.
I'm mostly talking to Griff, but I guess it's true for everyone.
At the point we're just within the building/compound here, no, I would not show up in armor.
I'm gonna keep my pistol on me because I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe to leave it out of
Okay.
my hands.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I can probably hide a pistol on me. We can
Do you
be
have a
pistol
pi-
bros.
Do you have a pistol?
Yeah, that's what I bought with all of our winning.
Oh, nice. All right. And I assume you're wearing
My fanciest garbage clothes.
fanciest garbage clothes. At one point, Jurgen does mention you all could avail yourself to it if you wish. Sir, there, we could draw baths for anyone before dinner if you would so desire.
Well, that sounds good.
So, probably you don't go super smelly, but that's up to you. Dave disappeared. We'll never see him again.
If they have, if they have fancy clothes in my size, I'll wear them, but I doubt that they will do that.
They do not have any extra clothes for you, but they do have, water and soap. So, that helps. If Lucius actually happens to see you out of your armor, Griff, and he's like, I could have Jurgen, well, this is like when you come to dinner, he's like, I could have Jurgen polish up that armor for you real nice.
Oh, that
Maybe.
would
And
be
then
wonderful.
And then maybe Jurgen's standing behind him like, shit. Then maybe we can get like a sketch. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it'll be good. Okay. But anyway, you guys go to dinner. Lady Kardst is there. She is oh wait, I think I have a picture. Hold on. I think I have a thing. You guys move yourselves to the dining hall, probably. You one thing you notice about her is she's got like probably 100 gold worth of jewelry on her.
Is she married?
What's this picture? That is. Eater's there. He's the butler. He's one of the servants. There's probably, maid. Likely there's some guards back here by the door.
Where'd you?
She is indeed married. You guys go sit at the table with her. It'd be a little awkward to have a conversation halfway across the room. Lucius will be sitting next to her. I gotta find him. There he is. You would not be sitting right next to her, though. You'd be sitting on the other side. Oh, shit.
There we go.
Bye, guys.
I like that when I hit undo, it's like we're going to slowly drag it back. Yeah, Rocco, you can't sit right next to her. You're gonna
I can try.
No. Nope, Dieter kind of. I mean, you could push past him, but he kind of sees what you're going for and just kind of stands in a way that blocks your move and motions to a seat where you should sit. Dietgar. I'm gonna call him Dieter now because it's just more fun. Uh, it's, you. It's a a multi-course meal. Great food. Probably better than many of you have ever had. Dieter serves you the wine. The drinks are flowing all night. Lady Karstadt, her name's Helen, makes small talk with you guys. Her son looks nervous the entire time. She's pretty overall like polite to you, but kind of disinterested. Other than when the topic of her daughter comes up, because Lucia's like, yeah, these are the guys who saved. I don't remember her name now. We'll say Jenny. It's not Jenny, but
You're getting it.
for tonight, it's Jenny. Actually,
Does she seem to? I don't know if the topic ever comes up, but does she seem to approve or disapprove of her son's new profession choice, wanting to be a poet?
She seems, I would say, disinterested. Like,
Okay.
she's not against it, but she just doesn't care. NPCs, let's see. It's in here. Lady Jocelyn Karstadt. Jocelyn was her daughter's name. So when that topic comes up, when Lucius mentions you're the ones who saved her, she does seem a little warmer when she's talking to you. If anyone wants to kind of give a charm roll, actually, if anyone's just going out of their way not to talk, don't roll. If you're making conversation and stuff, I kind of want to see a charm roll just to see what impression she gets of each of you.
Charm roll.
We'll just keep it neutral if you are perhaps smart enough not to open your mouth. You're not at risk of her, like, short of a critical failure, you're not at risk of her, like, kicking out or anything, but... so definitely, she kind of warms to Trent the most. She probably brings up the Shrine of Sigmar that they have and makes the offhand comment that, really, oh yeah, really, we should send someone out there to tend to it and make it, it's been a while. I haven't been there in a while, but that whole thing comes up. She's particularly curious about Trent's views on what was the thing? No, wait, that one didn't come out. She seems to know that there was some stuff going on in the guard with cultists, and she's curious about Trent's views on that, and her impression is that you can't really trust the guard. She does not seem to know Griff and Bernard are part of the guard.
Well, we don't trust the guard either. Seems fine.
Yeah. If it comes around to it, I probably wouldn't broach the topic, but if we do start talking about the guard, it might, be worth saying, hey, the best way to change it is from the inside.
Indeed. There's kind of a older serving lady who comes in at one point. She seems like the main, kind of like the head of the servants, head of the kitchen. She comes in.
Was she the old lady that was there?
Brunhilde?
Because there was an old lady and the girl?
No, she's old, but she's not the same one.
Okay.
And she's, cracking really bad jokes about, like, oh, better watch your waistline, as she, like, serves, like another piece of pie and stuff. But, yeah, if you are not going out of your way to avoid the alcohol that just keeps getting refilled every time you take a few sips, give me a consume alcohol roll at +20 to see if you're getting drunk tonight.
Plus 20.
Or, you know, if you're Griff, you can just, you know, take your own penalty to it if you want. You all hold your liquor pretty well. It's good wine, though, and it's just they keep pouring it, but...
Critical in your faith.
Critical drinking success. Unless there are any topics or things you want to bring up, basically the conversation is Lucius trying to talk you guys up. He seems kind of nervous about how she's going to react to you, but other than Rocco, who for whatever reason she doesn't seem to like that much, she keeps like, whenever he's talking, she kind of like turn and like start talking to Trent or something.
Yeah, we're used to that.
Lucius will, he seems to get kind of easier as the night goes on. Like he was worried his mom wasn't going to like you or something. But overall, she's like, even though you guys, you know, made okay charm successes, she's still kind of like, okay, I'm doing my duty as a host here to meet with you, but she doesn't really care that much.
Madame Kardst-Stampf, I must compliment you on the intricacy of your hedge maze. I was lost for hours.
Derek.
Give me another charm roll. I want to see how that comes out. It's funny because, I mean, it's a maze, but it's not that good of a maze. So it's kind of a cell phone there. All right. Thank you, Rocco. At some point, kind of before the dinner's over, a guy walks in. I might have a picture of him too. He looks very dapper. He comes in, whispers in her ear, and she excuses herself, and they both leave. She, you know, I have business, urgent business I have to attend to. Heads out. And then you guys probably spend the next hour or so eating and drinking and enjoying just like pretty much a mountain of food, better than anything you've ever had. And at some point, Lucius excuses himself, tells you, you know, he'll see you in the morning. You know, we'll continue tomorrow. Make yourselves at home. You got your room. Good night.
Right.
And he's gone. The servants, the main butler guy, Dieter, he left when Lady Kardst-Stampf left. He seems kind of like her butler. But Jurgen sticks around to deal with you, as do a few of the servants, to help you, you know, refill your drinks all night long, and if need be. And guards stay at the door too. Like,
I'm not drinking all night long. I'll ask Jurgen, who was that guy that came in and got the mistress?
oh, that's Josef, sir. He's the purser of the family, the accountant.
Okay. All right.
Wears a very fine hat.
Obviously. All right.
We should do this more often.
Yeah, it's just free food. You get 8 shillings, easy. Anyone have anything they want to do before they go to bed?
Not drink too much alcohol.
Okay, that's fine.
Are there any other Richie Rich family members around? Lady ones?
Oh, no. No, your impression is the only members of the family here are Lucius and Helen.
All right.
And kind of other than the... there's kind of the head butler, Dieter, who's her butler. There's Jurgen, who's Lucius's, like, you know, butler, manservant guy. There's Josef. There's Brunhilde, who's kind of like the head of the kitchen. And then after that, it's all been fairly nameless, generic, interchangeable servants and guards that you've seen. They have names, just none of those have been unique positions, I guess.
Does Lucius have an older sister?
Yeah. She's not here.
All
Got a
right,
couple older sisters.
I'm gonna do my best to write a romantic note
Uh-huh.
with my name and quote unquote address, whatever that means in these times, and then
So I assume you worked into conversation with him at some point, like, to get her name out of him? Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
You better make sure any responses come to you and not one of those other Roccos.
You said there's a guard upstairs that kind of guards the family
The
members.
door to the family
bedroom?
area?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to, yeah.
I'll see if I can ask him to slip it under her door.
They're not here, right? Like everybody else is gone out of town.
She'll come back.
You want to you're asking the guard if he'll slip this under the door.
Yeah.
You can try probably charm, bribe, or intimidate, depending on the method you're going for here.
I'll do intimidate. Because it's
Okay.
the biggest number.
Talk me through it a little bit.
Best way to get thrown out.
Like what's your what's kind of like the threat you're putting forth if he doesn't do it?
Good question. I hadn't thought that far ahead.
All right. Well, let's hold off on your roll for a minute. I don't need your full dialogue unless you want to do it, but I need a sense of what exactly you're.
I say I've been talking to Sir Lucius about his family, and his older sister, insert name here, has intrigued me. Maybe it's just his way with words, but she has cast a spell upon me, even though she's not here.
That's probably more charm.
Yeah, you're right.
I think you should do intimidate anyway.
If you could, I would do anything to, meet this woman. If you could help me out, I'd be greatly appreciative.
Yeah, do charm instead. That's not intimidate.
And now it sounds like bribery. I'll do anything. Oh, really? Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm not sure she'd be interested in either, pal.
All right. I've got a plan B, but I'll save it.
But he does kind of look you up and down, judges your clothing, your status level. Could be convinced to look the other way if you want to slip it under the door yourself.
Oh, it would be my honor.
You kind of
lead me there, good sir.
if you made it worth my trouble.
Sure. I don't know.
The way bribery works.
Sure, let's go.
What is the status level of this family?
Like high gold.
Gold something.
Multiple gold high. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does it go to platinum?
I don't think so.
I mean, they're not. It's not like they're the king or anything.
Right.
I'll slip him the equivalent of like a 20.
Well, give me a bribery roll, because the way it works is.
I like that I get to make all the rolls and fail.
Well, you're intimidate's one that I don't think you were actually doing.
Okay.
Charm is fine. It just didn't work. No, he's not going to just do it out of the kindness of his heart.
All right, bribery.
That's pretty bad. So, I secretly determine the price of their cooperation.
Okay.
You guess the target amount, and I will tell you if it's higher or lower. And each SL from your bribery test gives you another guess. You get one guess because you rolled -4.
Okay.
And I will just tell you if it's higher or lower.
Do I know? Does Rocco know how poorly this is going? Can he compensate financially?
You can tell the guy was like unimpressed with your story of being a suitor. Let me ask you this, because I need to know if I need to make an intuition roll for him. Are you doing, because you asked him to drop the letter, I'm assuming you're not doing this to break in there and steal stuff.
No.
Okay. So, like, I'm not even going to bother making an intuition roll for him to be like, oh, are you up to no good? He just kind of thinks you're probably like an idiot who has no chance, but he's not interested in putting his neck out without getting something out of it.
Sure.
I don't know. So you pick an amount you think would be a bribe, and I'll tell you higher or lower. And if it's lower, basically you don't want to offer less than what he accepts, because he's going to shut it down and get insulted.
Yeah.
But it's all the information you get. You get one guess.
All right.
I feel like he's going to take it either way. And one way it's going to go in a room, and the other way the servants are all going to be laughing about it later.
I don't know how much money is worth in this world.
Well, think about the amount of money you're getting for a typical job, or what you're getting here per day, or
How much was my pistol?
What do you earn after a week's pay?
I have no idea.
So when you're silver 2, I believe you get 1d10 shillings for like a week of work.
A shilling is a brass.
No, a shilling is silver. Penny's
shilling is
brass.
silver. All right, I'll give him 2 silver.
Higher.
All right.
So how much you want to give him or offer? Like that was your guess. I tell you, you think it's going to be higher. You don't think that'll be enough.
Little mini game going on here.
Now you pick one, and maybe you hit it, maybe you don't.
4 silver.
He pockets the silver. He's like, my shift was over in 10 minutes anyway, and we don't guard the door at night. So see ya.
Nice.
And
you gotta tell me which room is hers. Give me that much.
Second one on the left.
All right. All right, I walk in, slide it in under the door, and head back out.
You do see light coming from the room down here.
Okay.
But yeah, slip your note under there. I'll ask you about the contents of that later, perhaps.
Okay.
And then you go back downstairs.
Yeah.
Anyone else trying to get themselves into the family here? Okay.
No.
Cool. You guys go back to your room. I assume. Is there a way to move tokens without them?
The funky drag?
Yeah.
No, not that I've ever seen.
Like I had a module at one point that did it. You miss it. Try it. There we go. All right, you guys all go to bed.
Sounds good.
All right. Everyone, give me I believe, perception. One moment. Everyone give me a average intuition test first. And then give me a easy perception.
Average intuition?
Mm-hmm. Rocco is not making the rolls tonight.
No.
Oh, wait, no, you made it. That was the other one that you failed. Those of you who made the intuition test, which I think was everyone. After interacting, after being here for the day and interacting with the staff and stuff, all of them seem like a little bit uneasy and a little bit paranoid, and not necessarily towards you, but they're all kind of snappy and I don't know. You get an overall sense of unease from most of the people here. The guard that Adam bribed being a little bit of an exception. He was like so nonplussed by Rocco's request that he just took it as totally innocent. Those of you who succeeded on your perception test, which is everyone but Rocco, are awakened some point in the middle of the night when you hear a loud thump from above you.
Okay.
I
And then
wonder
you
where my
hear
armor is.
it's just in your room.
Oh, okay. Has it been polished yet or no?
About halfway. But
Okay.
Jurgen was there for the meal most of the night, so
Well, I'm gonna start getting it on just in case.
that might take a while, but okay.
Yeah, that's why we got to start now.
I'll look out the door, see if there's anybody in the hallway, and if there's nobody in there, I'll head up the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, check something. So you're heading up the stairs. You get to the second floor, and as you do, you're hearing footsteps actually above you. So like there's a third floor.
Okay.
Not that you've seen any stairs up to a third floor. You hear footsteps running from west to east. And then you kind of like hear some thumping way over to the east. Like, honestly, you probably don't at that point. It's far enough away. You definitely hear the footsteps running though.
Okay.
I'll make sure that Rocco is awake.
All right. What's Trent doing, if anything?
They got guards. I'm just hanging out here.
Cool.
I thought you said the guards didn't guard at night.
They don't. In fact, you kind of got the impression that the guard was posted there just initially because you guys were here and they didn't know you yet. So yeah, Dave, as you go upstairs, you do not see any guards on the way up. They do have
Right.
guards though. There's guards around the.
I'll can I peek into that hallway and see if there's anything?
So
I guess.
you
this
are.
hallway.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I was gonna look in maybe this hallway.
I
If it's
assume
right
this is
above
where you
us.
came.
It's one
So
of these bedrooms, I guess. If it was right above us.
As you were coming up, you actually heard footsteps above you here, heading off to the right,
Okay.
not to the left.
Right. Can I go through that door?
To the left or the right?
To the right.
Yeah.
Is there a reason I'm invisible?
Are you invisible? I see you.
I'm like super faded out.
It's weird. Me uninvis you?
There you go.
I don't know why you were invisible. All right. You weren't on my screen, by the way.
Okay. I'll move. See if there's do I keep hearing the footsteps as I follow?
Are you running?
I'm hustling. I'm not like sprinting through this house I don't really know.
So they're kind of fading because they're faster than you are, but probably about the time you get here, probably somewhere over in like this area, you hear a loud like crash and a thump up above.
Okay.
And then you don't hear anything after that. But you can keep
All right.
going if you want.
I'll head in here. Do
Yep.
these stairs go down?
Yeah, they head down to near the kitchen area.
Okay.
And if you took a tour of the house earlier, I don't know who exactly went everywhere. This was potentially like servants' quarters over here.
Okay. Is that door unlocked? Sorry, I just walked right in. Yeah, I'll head that way.
About the time you're here, Trent has his breast, or not Trent, Griff has his breastplate halfway strapped on, and Rocco is awake. But Rocco has no idea what's going on because
Okay.
Griff woke you up. As you come to this door,
Are there any servants up and about?
nope. As you come to this, in fact, it's probably pretty dark. There's light coming in through the window so you can see, but I mean, it's definitely dark in here.
Okay.
As you come to that door, it opens, and Dieter's there, and he looks right at you and kind of raises an eyebrow, and he's like, "What are you doing up here?"
We heard a crash and a commotion. I was following a noise. It sounded like somebody was on the roof, or is there a floor above this? When we approached, did it look like a 3-story building? If I had to guess if there was a third floor, is there a third floor?
Probably an attic is what your guess would be.
All right. We've heard a crash and a thud, and it sounded like somebody was running through the attic. You
Really?
do have an attic, right?
Yeah. No one ever goes up there. But listen, I'm gonna need you to keep your voice down. If you wake up Lady Helen, like there's gonna be trouble to pay.
I will. I will
Give
keep
me
my
one
voice
sec.
down.
I gotta figure out where her room is.
I am being as cordial as possible. This highfalutin lifestyle is way more than I've ever done. So I'm gonna defer to anybody who's already here, basically.
I'm sure all you heard was the house settling.
Mm,
It happens in these old houses from time to time.
I'm familiar with the sound of running feet, so the watch. I will. I will let him know that this. It sounded like it was somewhere right around here where the crash was, but there was a thump back above us, our room. If he wants to, I don't know what kind of security you have in the middle of the night, but you might want to notify them.
I will let the guards know that you heard some strange sounds. Now, please return to your room before you wake Lady Helen. She's just down the hall there.
Wait, down the hall here in the servants' quarters?
I think this is her room.
Oh,
well,
okay.
So the servants who live here are like the Dieter, like the head butler,
Okay,
and not the common like maids and stuff. They're out in the houses.
All right. Well, I will head back.
You get back and Griff's like got his he's got various pieces of his armor on. He's almost ready to go for whatever you're doing. But, it's quiet in the house. You don't really hear anything anymore.
Yeah, I let him know that the butler, basically said there's no problem. I don't necessarily trust him, but according to him, there's no problem.
You guys do anything else tonight? Keeping a watch, sleeping with one eye open, not sleeping, running around, anything?
I'll sleep with one eye open. All guard watch style. Yeah.
There should be a talent for that.
Light sleeper.
All right.
I will wait about 30 minutes, and then I will take my armor off and go back to sleep.
When he shows back up, I'll just be like, okay, and go crash back out.
You guys awake in the morning. Assume you go looking for breakfast.
Sure.
You see this breakfast is not ready when you get there. The servants are kind of dithering around, and you hear them talking about how Brunhilde hasn't shown up. They're like debating whether or not they should go to her room and check on her. She's usually the one who organizes the meals and all that. They're kind of unable to cope.
Is anyone else? I'll ask them. Is any of the family awake and available? Mostly, I'm looking for what's his name?
I haven't seen Lucius yet this morning, sir.
All right.
Lady Kardst-Stampf normally has her breakfast brought up to her.
All right, and she's not worried at this point because breakfast hasn't shown up.
It's still early, but we haven't heard yet.
All right.
I'd better get something started though. One of them says, or Dieter will have my ass.
Sure.
If it's not ready on time.
All right. I'll wander back. Did we know which room was Lucius's?
Yeah, it was the one that had the light on that Adam saw.
Okay. If I head up those stairs, is there a guard on duty this morning?
Nope.
Okay. I'll peek my head into that hallway again. Is the light still on, or is
There's no light on, but it's daytime now. So
yeah, okay. I'll go. So he's over here, which is in the opposite end of her place, her room.
Brunhilde's probably got one of
Right.
one of these over
The Lucius's mom. I forget her name. You said she
Helen.
was down
Helen,
here.
yeah.
Helen. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll head down this hallway then. And,
Actually, we'll say Brunhilde's probably this one.
okay. I'll head down that hall and see if I can knock on Lucius's door.
He looks like he is only half awake and half dressed, and he seems surprised to see you. He's like, "Oh, yeah, Bernard. What is it?"
Good morning, young master. He's probably a lot younger than me, isn't he? I don't know. How old is this kid?
Well, I don't know how old you are. Like 17, 18.
Okay. I'm 24, so it's.
You seem older.
At
You've
this
seen
point in our lives-
stuff.
Yeah, in this point in our lives, I am a lot older than he is. So I will inform him that we went down for breakfast, but the servants are all in disarray because Brunhilde hasn't awoken this morning, and it seems like you're still awake too. Was just or just waking up too. I was wondering if something was amiss from last night.
He gets kind of a little bit of a panicked look and hops to his feet, and he's like, "Let's go check. Let's go check on her."
Okay.
I don't know where his token is, but yeah, there we go. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's walking with you.
Yeah.
You guys head over to her room. What are the rest of you doing? Just chilling out in the room? You could be with Dave. I don't know. It's up to you. Assuming you went all to breakfast together, but
I want Dave to be the only one accused of the murder, so I'm gonna wait.
That's fine. I'm in full watch mode right now at this point. So we got to figure out what's going on.
I guess if it's official watch business, I should probably go with. Is it official watch business, Dave?
No, it's not official.
It
We
is
can't
in our
declare
city.
Anything official?
But it is in our city, right?
Sure.
it is in your city.
I
That
better
is
go
true.
with my pistol just in case, I guess.
Guys,
But
I would.
holstered, right? Your pistol is
Well,
holstered.
it's hopefully underneath my bedclothes or whatever.
Oh, you're in your bedclothes. Even better.
Not super conspicuous.
Is that a pistol in your pocket?
I don't even have pockets.
Or are you just happy to see Brunhilde? All right. So I guess Trent and Rocco. Adam, you're muted. And you probably have been for a while.
Sorry. No,
Very
I just started talking.
Okay.
I was gonna say the thought occurs to Rocco that it's really weird that the guards stop watching the bedrooms at night. That seems to be the important time to be guarding a bedroom.
Well, they were here just to because they didn't know us. We were the new thing in the house that could be a problem.
But we were here at night.
They determined we
but
were in bed.
they got to know how awesome we were at dinner, so it all makes sense.
All right. Continue on.
All right. So it is Bernard and Griff at the moment, going with Lucius to Brunhilde's room. He opens the door, and you see an empty bedroom. You can give me, I don't know, what are you doing? Like, her bedroom's empty.
Perception or
Yeah, give me a perception roll.
there's no real investigate kind of thing, is there?
That's
I'm
usually
looking-
perception.
I'm looking for laser holes in the window. And then I'll search under the bed
Laser
for clues and whatnot.
Bernard notices the bed is made. It does not look like it was slept in. There is a small window in the room that a halfling or maybe like a very thin elf might be able to squeeze through, but I don't know why they call that out for this perception check. It's not like the room was locked. Anyway. There is a small wardrobe.
Maybe we're across the hall then.
And you, do see hanging in the wardrobe like a very nice dress with a, like a bonnet, and you see a small trunk at the bottom of the bed that holds clothing. She doesn't really have that many changes of clothes. Like you
Does it,
count
does
maybe
it
like
look like
4.
does it look like this bed hasn't been slept in or was made this morning?
Well, it's possible she got up and made it, but it looks made, and it's
Okay.
very early right now. Like you probably got up at dawn and went looking for food. And the kitchens were
Gotcha.
getting going, and you caught them all into disarray because Brunhilde should have been up by now, getting. Staff gets up earlier to get everything ready so that when the family wakes up, everything, their meals are prepared. And, were you looking around too, Griff? Give me a perception roll.
Yeah, I look under the bed for clues and whatnot.
Give me a perception roll.
P is for
P
no,
is for perception.
That's not in the main page. Is it? No. I found it. 37.
This roll is not particularly special, but I'm going to say this anyway, just because it hasn't happened yet tonight. Don't forget you have mulligans and stuff.
Okay.
You do under the bed find a small wooden box like tucked way in the back. Do you open it?
It's a clue.
Lucius is kind of watching you, but doesn't seem concerned. You do find that it's got some money in it. You're guessing, maybe like 60 coins of silver and brass. It's got a little pendant of a silver dove that looks probably, for her, pretty expensive. Probably worth almost like a gold coin. It looks like whatever this is, it's where she kept her valuables. It was kind of like tucked, under her bed in the back.
I will, just say personal effects and close it and put it back under the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure Rocco doesn't know about this.
Lucius, yells at one of the nearby servants to go get Dieter.
I look at Lucius and asked. I said, "You mind if I ask you some questions about this house?"
He like deflates a little bit and says, "Yeah, go ahead."
Is there a floor above this one, or which floor are we on? We're on the second floor right now, right? Is there a floor above this one?
I guess there must be an attic because it's pretty tall out. I've never been up there, but yeah, probably not a floor like this, if that's what you mean.
So there is an attic.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure how you'd get up there though. I don't think I've ever been up there.
Last night some of us were awoken by a loud noise and running footsteps above this floor that seemed to come to a crashing halt in what was that called? Just a storeroom?
Yeah.
What was that room?
Yeah.
It seemed to come to a crashing halt in the storeroom area. Is this an occurrence that has happened before?
No, I mean, and then right around then, he looks like he's thinking about like saying something. Right then, Dieter shows up looking all disheveled because the servant was sent to get him, and he just takes a quick look and he's like, "She's not here," and Lucius is like, "No," and then Dieter like walks off again, rushes off really to go tell Helen that someone's missing. And Lucius is like, "There's like." Once Dieter's kind of out of earshot, Lucius is like, she's not the first servant to just kind of go missing.
How many servants have gone missing? And is that why everybody seems on edge around here?
There's been a few. They just, Listen, we'll talk about it later, not right now. And you and Griff, give me a average perception check, by the way.
Average perception. Average. Oof.
Hell. Double fail.
I better waste my thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a. Is it a fortune point to reroll?
Well, you don't need to. Griff did it for you.
Okay.
Unless you want to. Please do.
Well, he's got it.
The main thing is when Dieter came in, he was in his bed clothes. He wasn't all, dressed to the nines like he normally is with his butler gloves and everything. You saw a T branded on his right hand. And if you give me Griff, if you give me an easy lore local or a very easy lore law, but if you don't have lore law, you're gonna have to do lore local. I will tell you more about that.
I don't know why I'd have those things.
I think lore local everybody has.
If he tells me, I have it. If he tells me about it, can I make a check?
Yes. And now I'm checking if lore local is actually a thing that.
I guess what's its base skill? Intuition.
Lore local is in INT, whatever INT is. Intelligence, intuition.
Why do I not see lore in the?
I mean, I have it.
Isn't it advanced skill?
It's a group. It's an advanced skill.
I'm looking right here, and it goes leadership. Oh, it is advanced. So I guess technically you need a point.
I have it.
Yeah. Do you tell him?
Yes, I found a clue. I don't know what it means.
What did you say? Average? Easy?
Yeah, plus 40. Easy.
Okay.
Well, and somehow Griff doesn't. That
I mean, I only did live my entire life in the city with underworld contacts.
Yeah, I kind of feel like lore local should be something everyone has if you're from the area. Like, I could see if you're going to some other town. It's not, I feel like you should have it by default. So go ahead and roll on Griff.
Well, I rolled a 96. So
oh, well, then you failed anyway.
I did drink a lot last night.
Yeah.
And it's pretty early.
Bernard, that sort of branding, assuming Griff described it to you correctly, is a brand someone receives for theft in many towns throughout the Empire.
Yep.
If you're caught thieving.
What's the point of a brand if not everybody knows what it means?
Yeah, well, Griff just might be exceptionally dumb. There is a reason that was a plus 40 check.
That is true. I didn't add my pluses in, so I guess I only lost by 2.
Yeah. Lucius, says we should go back downstairs, meet up with, everyone, probably.
All right.
You get down there, and Helen's kind of not
on the way. I want to ask if I get paid per day or all at the end.
I could pay you. We'll talk about it later. Not right now. Helen is probably in her bed clothes. And she's you see a bunch of servants gathered around her, and she's telling them to spread out, search the house. She's got a couple guards next to her, and she tells one of them go see if anyone saw her leave. And then Lucius is like, if you guys can help look, that'd be great. It's possible, she's older. It's possible she just got confused and wandered off or something.
All right. We'll assist. Do they want us to go by ourselves or pair up with a guard or something so that we're not tromping around by ourselves?
No one seems worried about you tromping around by yourself.
All right.
I assume that you two who weren't with them at this point, you're hearing everybody talking about Brunhilde missing. Probably someone pokes their head into their room, asks if you've seen her. You hear them kind of calling her name and unlocking some of the doors in the hall you're in, checking in. So at this point, you guys are aware something's going on and can definitely go meet up with the rest of the party if you wish, or you could just sit in your room. That's up to you. But that's for Rocco and Trent.
I'll take a search of the house. I specifically, I'm looking for Brunhilde, but
Where do you want
otherwise,
to go first?
I'm actually looking for ways upstairs.
All right, so you are focused on the second floor. Where do you want to begin?
Yeah. Let's see. You said her room was in the back here. I guess I'll start in the west wing.
Yeah, probably. There's no one stopping you at the moment. There's no one in a way who could prevent you from going to Lady Karstadt's room.
Yeah.
But you all would have the impression that if you let yourself into that room and were caught doing that, that would probably be bad. Just so you know. Like, where'd you want to go? I'm sorry.
Start on the west and go east.
Okay.
So start over here. Just a cursory look in all of the rooms.
So she sends. Yeah. Okay. So you're going upstairs. You're working west to east. Griff,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Actually, hold on a sec. Helen's telling servants to search the house. She's sending Dieter outside to tell the guards and stable hands to search the grounds. Yeah, okay. That's what they're doing, just for context. Lucius is
Bernard's not real perceptive, so I'm just backing him up, I guess.
Okay. And then
Actually, if she's sending Dieter outside,
yeah,
I'd like to go straight for that storage room.
Okay. And then Bernard and not Bernard. Rocco, what are you doing?
I'm just hanging out, man. I want to stay out of it.
All right. Where are you hanging out?
In the dining room.
Okay. And then Trent, anything?
I will actually go outside and help with the search outside.
They are going to find an interesting letter. Slipped under one of the doors.
I might want to run up there and get that.
Yeah,
I know which room to search.
I hope someone comes in with a major clue that the hedge clippers are missing.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. What were you doing, Trent?
Helping with the search outside.
Okay. Cool. All right, I'm going to go to the upstairs people first. Give me perception roll when you're in that storeroom, Dave.
All right, perception. Boom. I know storeroom.
That was pretty good. You find right about here. Wow, you can kind of see where they deleted it off the map for a player map. Right there.
A trapdoor?
Yeah, trapdoor going up.
Okay.
Assuming you open it.
Sure. Well, first I want to make sure is there anything that stands out in the room itself?
No, you just see like various shelves in here with foodstuffs, like dried food stuff. You know what? This one's probably more like linens and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Various,
I'll head up.
I guess the foodstuffs would be down on the first floor, close to the kitchen. All right. You pull it down, and a ladder, comes down with it. It is dark up there, though.
All right. I have a lantern.
Perfect.
Or I can. Yeah.
There's probably candles like throughout here that you could grab and light too. But
okay.
If you got a lantern, even better. Up to
I got my watch lantern.
Hell yeah! Just carry that with you through the house.
No, probably not. I'll grab a candle.
All right, you're heading up, and you see. I'm just gonna drag this on as a tile too.
The third floor.
There's an attic. You're coming in the corner up here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sick.
A lot of stuff up here.
Yeah. I'll give you a description as soon as I figure out where the hell that page went. Um, there's a little bit of sunlight coming through like cracks between the boards up here, but for the most part, you're kind of going by the candle. You see some knocked over crates right next to you here. For the most part, like you just see old clothing up here in crates, and just like old candlesticks, stuff like that. As you're kind of walking,
Okay.
there are a bunch of big empty spaces too. Are you making your way through the attic here?
Yes.
As you do, and Griff, are you going up there too?
Yeah.
As you make your way through the attic and you get over to the west side, you find. Let's see if I have a description of it. Otherwise, I will make one up. A little stone altar, like maybe like 2 feet high, and you see a bunch of severed thumbs in various stages of decay on it.
I don't look at that at all. I don't go anywhere near that. And I'm ready to do something bad to get rid of a corruption as well.
You do not feel corrupted, but yeah, thank you for reminding me. You see a couple more like knocked over crates right near this altar too.
Did you ping the altar again? My page isn't refreshing.
I didn't draw an altar on there, but it's
okay.
right,
Okay.
right on the west side, Doctor.
All right. All right. I'm gonna particularly also pay attention to that area up here that would have been over our room where the loud thump would have been.
Yeah, that's yep. So
Probably dusty, and we can see the footprints too, I bet. Their tracking skills.
Probably.
The altar's not far from where your room is. It's a little south, but I mean, it's not. That's probably what you heard.
Okay.
Over in that area. Griff is going out of his way not to look at the altar. Are you checking it out, Dave?
Yeah, I'm checking it out.
You can give me. I don't really need a perception. You can give me a.
What I do.
I get ready to shoot him in the head if he goes
A
evil.
heal, or is there a lore medicine?
Heal or I don't have lore medicine, so heal.
You like heal.
Heal. What is heal? I don't have that either.
Well, I guess you just don't have these skills. All right, you see some severed thumbs.
Oh, okay. Sure.
In various states of decay, as I already said. Oh, you know what? You do see something else. Griff
You
doesn't.
said there was an altar. What is the altar of? Is it?
It's just it's like a little stone slab. There's a little bit of blood on it, not a lot. There's like 13 thumbs arranged on it. And the stone is like, there's crates maybe like 2 feet high, and it's like a stone slab kind of like laid out over the top of the two.
Okay.
So it's, and then, there's a little bit of blood on it. The 13 thumbs have been very carefully, you assume, arranged on it.
Yeah, I will.
In like a little oval. And in the middle of them all is a dagger.
Okay. I will.
It's one of those culty looking serpentine daggers.
Awesome. Is there just like, I want to unarrange the thumbs, just kind of push them to the side so they're not in their pattern or whatever anymore, but I don't want to do that with my hand. Is there something around here I can push them with?
I mean,
piece of a crate
sure.
or whatever.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. In fact, on the crates, like on either side of this stone slab, you see some red candles there that have like melted wax. Clearly, someone comes up here and like lights candles and does some shit.
All right. There's some ritual shit going on here. I don't want to leave this.
You could grab the dagger and use that to push the thumbs.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
But I want to mess up if this is some kind of ritual or if it's already been done, I don't know. But if I want to mess it up.
Are you trying to like knock them off the slab or just like move them slightly?
Yeah, move them. I want to move them slightly first, see if anything happens.
I mean, they move. It's fine.
Okay. I will push them off the slab and onto another crate or something. Just so that the thumbs aren't on the slab anymore.
Sure. You sweep them. You can kind of push a crate below the slab and just kind of sweep them all into a crate if you want.
That's what I want to do.
Meanwhile, Adam, you were in the dining room.
Yeah.
Sec. Cycle through 12 pages of PDF here to find what I'm looking for. You don't see much other than no one's really serving you, and that's a bummer. Everybody's out doing other stuff. But, you know, you can go help yourself to a jug of wine or, you know, whatever. I'm sure there's some bread you can find. Maybe cheese. Things that don't need to be cooked.
I asked one of the servants, "When's breakfast, man?"
There's no... They're all... Well, you could probably see one as they go by. They're like, we're following Lady Helen's orders right now and searching for Brunhild. It'll be later, sir.
Bah.
Man, he turned into a grumpy old man.
Oh, he didn't get the girl, and he didn't get, hasn't got his food.
Rocco doesn't like mornings.
Eric, Trent sees, let's see. Do you see Dieter go off towards the... You see, you were going out when Dieter did, right? You were going out to search the grounds?
Yep.
Are you going somewhere in particular, or like, what are you looking for? Just doing a sweep out there, or what's your plan?
Just kind of doing a sweep out there.
All right. You see him head off towards the main, like, gate, where, you know, anyone coming or leaving, unless they climb a wall, which Brunhilde did not really seem like the sort of person who probably could, would have to go through the main gate. So he seems to be going to ask if people are, or if they saw anyone. You're walking around looking, I don't know, up the back probably. And you do find, when you're poking around out there, near one of the walls, like in some bushes, like what looks like a really old campsite. There's like a bunch of branches were kind of like put through in a shelter. You see like a really old fire pit. Probably months old, you would guess. That stands out as weird to you. It's like out of the way. It was all angles so that you like really wouldn't see the fire or anything in the house. It does not look recent though. And as you continue walking around and you're by the stable hands, you hear a couple of them like mutter to each other, "Oh, this is like Rainer all over again, man." That name doesn't mean anything to you right now, but feel free to ask or not, up to you. But that's not one of the names I've said to you so far. That's all I was trying to say.
Okay.
Back upstairs. Thumbs in a box. What are you doing?
Okay. I will, I told everybody that, when I went to this room, Rainer was coming out.
Dieter,
not Rainer. You're right. Dieter was coming out.
You told your party that. I don't know that you told anyone else.
Yeah. I will go back over to Griff and say, hey, go outside and find Trent. To tell him what we found and then you kind of go see if he'll come up here, and then you go keep an eye on Dieter,
Aye, aye, Captain.
kind of surreptitiously. I'll give you that word for free. And then I'll go to I'll go down into the room, into the storeroom, and just wait there to see how long it takes Trent to get up here. All right.
Griff's doing what?
Griff is going to find Trent, tell him what we found up here, and send him up.
Yeah. Griff doesn't know what surreptitiously means, so he assumes that means dramatically. So I'll go find Trent and tell him thumbs in the attic. Better go check.
Hey, Adam, give me a perception test.
Okay.
Is that supposed to be like code for something?
Severed thumbs, evil dagger, altar.
Okay, that's at least a little bit more explanatory than just thumbs in the attic.
Bernard wants you to check it out.
All right,
All I
Griff,
see is
are you
no
going
food.
back up with him, or are you doing
No,
something else?
I'm gonna try and shadow Dieter.
Dieter.
Trick. Wadsworth.
You catch Eric probably, I don't know. What was he doing? I don't know. He's probably like finishing his circle around the house. So you catch him, I don't know, probably on like the northwest side. Eric can go in and head up, I assume is what he's doing, Trent. And then you actually see Dieter coming out of the house and heading towards the the back of the house. He's going around the back of the house.
All right.
So if you want to follow him, you may.
Casually follow around.
Sure, give me a
I'll
stealth
never notice.
roll.
I'm good at urban stealth. You know it.
You're not fully wearing your armor right now, I assume.
No, I didn't change into even day clothes yet.
So everybody's out in their jammies.
Stealth. Why is it giving me a -10?
Probably for armor that you don't actually have on, but you do.
I clicked that off already.
Then I don't know, but it's
Wow.
fine. We'll just add 10 in. Are you encumbered? Probably not.
I'm very sneaky. I mean, I don't want to look sneaky. That would be suspicious. So this works out even better.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I'm investigating in the area, but in the area where I can see him. You know, looking at the grass and stuff, or like a grid search, but without the grid.
One sec. Lucius comes and finds Rocco. And he's like, hey, Rocco, maybe you could, like, keep an eye on my mom. You mute.
He goes to
Damn it.
Rocco for this?
Where is
Rocco's the only one he can find right now.
Okay.
What'd you say?
she? Sure, where is she?
She's in, like, the main dining area right now. Just, keep an eye on her.
Okay.
Give me an intuition roll, Adam. Yeah, okay. And then Griff, as you go around the corner of the house, you do not see Dieter.
That's not possible.
Well, as you go around, the hedge maze is there. He could have gone in the hedge maze. You do see one of the stable hands walking by, coming back from around the house. He nods at you. Keeps walking up towards the front.
Where am I? Where I've lost track of him?
Sorry, let me ping. So let's see. If you look at the outdoor map here, you were like roughly here with Eric. You caught Eric probably around here. and he started going in the house. You saw Dieter come out of the house and go this way, right?
Uh-huh.
So you start following him. About the time you get to this corner, you see him corner around here.
Okay.
About the time you get up there, you don't see him anymore. But so at that point, you're assuming he probably either had to, go around the hedge maze, or he's like specifically hiding from you. I guess he could have gone in that. No, you would have seen him go in that house. He went around somewhere this direction, right? He could have gone back in the house too.
He ran really fast to get out of sight.
So at that point, like, you don't see him anymore. You see, another guy who's out here searching, who's heading back the other way around the house. You look like he was coming from this way and heading up your way.
Well, I'm gonna track him down now. Now that he's running from me, he's clearly a
Well,
bad
you
guy.
don't know where he went now, so where do you want to
That's
go look
why-
for?
Well, I'm not gonna go in the hedge maze because why would he go in there? I guess
No.
I'll go check the house first, but
Alright.
I'm just running around looking for him.
There is the house back door right there. So, all right. You come in. You go up down that hall. You end up seeing Rocco probably sitting here, minding his own business while keeping an eye on Lady Kardst-Stampf, I assume. Or were you being real bold, just going and sitting next to her, since no one's here to
I'll
stop you
go
now?
chat her up. Try to calm
Cool.
her down.
Cool. Give me a charm roll.
All right. She loves me already.
Mm.
Yeah, be sure to add in all his bonuses.
You want to mulligan that one or no?
Nah. I'll let it ride.
You can tell she's real ill at ease as you're chatting her up, and there are a couple guards with her.
Sure,
They're
there's nothing
keeping an eye
to
on
do
you.
though.
Okay.
But she remains civil. All right, Eric, you're upstairs with Bernard at the altar of fun. There's no thumbs. They're all in a bucket now.
Yeah. I described how they were arrayed out around the wavy dagger, and I don't know if that's going to be useful. But yeah, I didn't think it should be left in its post-ritual state or whatever it was.
Okay.
You recognize this kind of an altar, or was somebody just making sacrifices or something? I don't know. Is that some kind of knowledge thing he can do?
That was the right test, but that was a pretty bad roll. That was a much better roll. So you look at, I don't know, you're noticing kind of like a little bit of a symbol in the blood that was hard to notice. You're looking at the dagger that's sitting on there and some of like the markings in the hilt of it. And then just like the whole like thumb theme. And you do not believe this is a shrine to a chaos god specifically. You believe it's a shrine to Cain, the god of murder. So it's not like full-on chaos, mutant, evil. Well, it's still evil, but like it's not the supernatural kind of evil. It's more like Cain is still bad, right? I'm not
Sure.
describing this
Okay.
well, but it's not like Nurgle or Slaanesh or one of the demon
Yeah.
from another world.
Not
sort of things.
corruption level bad, just
Yeah,
evil.
but yeah, you think this is a shrine to Cain, the dagger. There, you see the scorpion carved into the wood of the blade, which is that's part of what keys you in with your theology test. You can also make a heal check if you want, if you look at the thumbs, which I don't know if you do. They're all in a box now, so maybe you don't.
I show him the thumbs. A little disconcerting.
I think you have heal. I might be wrong.
yes, but
No.
That's a bunch of thumbs. They're severed.
that is a bunch of thumbs.
I need a moment to use the restroom, so let's take a couple minute break. Now's the time. Now's the time when I zoom in on Adam's picture and look at his board game collection. Box arrived. Have you played the Arkham Horror card game, Dave?
I have not. Is it any good?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's fun, but I don't know if it's like good.
Because you're you, Derek, you may want to go to teamcovenant.com and you can sign up for their subscription, and then they'll just send you each new Arkham Horror thing as it comes out.
Mm.
Since you're presumably locked into completeness now.
I mean, maybe. There was one expansion I couldn't get because it's the only one that hasn't been reprinted.
Maybe you can get it from Peru.
I did see I saw a $500 copy on eBay, and I was not okay with it.
My Doctor Strange hasn't made it here yet, but we'll see. It's only been 4 or 5 days.
Oh man, it's been like a year or two between re-releases. But I have all of them except it's interesting because like the first time you play through, you don't know like which locations to go to.
Except what?
Innsmouth Conspiracy. Which
What game are you talking about?
Arkham Horror, the LCG.
Ah,
Yeah, the only one that I played that was new last night, I don't believe it was new this year. I think Roman had it for a while, was my understanding, right, Dave?
Yeah. It's been on his shelf for.
what was it?
Bitoku.
Yeah, Bitoku.
That's a rough one.
It's a what?
A rough one to learn.
Yeah, it took us probably about 40 minutes just to get started, not including the set up the board.
Right.
The game night yesterday, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yep. And still went better than, what was the other one we were playing there? The Crew? That went
Yeah.
so badly?
The gang.
There's
The gang.
6 small packs that also have to go with it, Andrew.
Nice.
Oh, is that how they get you?
Well, yeah. So like the re-releases have combined it all into just 2 boxes: the Investigator one and the Campaign one. Whereas like the original release was a box of mostly the Investigator stuff and like 2 scenarios, and then you had the 6 other scenarios individual. And maybe I can get them all, but I was kind of hoping they'd do a re-release. I'm good for now. Completeness is fine, but not at bonus cost. Anyway, all right, where were we?
All right, you were about to tell us.
Oh, Eric,
How bad?
thumbs. Yeah, you found thumbs and a dagger and an altar, and yeah. So yeah, you don't see. Well, actually, I guess you do see Dieter. He comes walking in the front door. Probably.
Aha!
Do you say that?
And he probably does, yeah.
He looks at you oddly, and then continues
Yeah.
on to
I get that a lot.
Lady Karstadt. Eventually, Yosef comes in there and starts talking to her, kind of in a whisper. Probably while looking pointedly at Rocco. You see he's holding a letter in his hands.
I give him the universal shrug gesture.
Just
And
try
leave.
it.
She whispers something to Dieter and he leaves again. You guys upstairs, what are you doing? And Andrew, what are you doing? Are you just like standing in that room now too, or?
Be in the hall because obviously I got my man on the inside. He can notice anything.
All right. Eventually, Dieter does leave and go back outside. He's headed back towards like the main gate. Are you following?
I was gonna go outside too.
Oh, well, there you go. He doesn't seem too bothered, although he does kind of keep an eye on you as he's walking. Like he keeps a little bit of distance from you. But I'm assuming you're following him and or keeping him in view.
Yeah, but I'm looking in the grass for clues.
He goes kind of into the guard house area up there and comes back with 2 guards who are now walking towards the house.
Ooh, okay.
And then you guys upstairs, what are you doing?
Well, we kind of know what's going on here. I guess we need to go find what's her name, right?
Yeah, the lady.
Yeah,
Or Brunhilde, which one?
yeah, the lady.
Okay. Well, that's not hard if you go downstairs. That's kind of the central hub activity where people are going in and out of.
Okay.
So Dieter comes back in with 2 more guards who just so happen to stand somewhat near where Rocco is, all casual like. Hey, Rocco, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Obviously, she's accepted you into the family and wants you well guarded.
Yeah, you notice that they're uncomfortably close to you. But I mean,
I think I better hit the restroom.
They're not drawing weapons or anything.
I haven't hit the restroom since I woke up. Can you point me in the direction?
Just a minute. Just a minute. We're summoning everyone here. And indeed, she is. You see the servants kind of all calling each other back in. A couple of them hang their head out the window and yell for people to come in. You guys upstairs hear them calling you to come. You're already standing there, Griff. And after, a couple minutes, a good number of the staff. There's the 4 guards. There's Dieter. There's Yosef. Kind of all gathered in the room. Lucius. And she's, asking everybody what they found. Most of the staff are speaking up like, yeah. Dieter says, yeah, no one saw her leave at the main gate. It's real unlikely she could have climbed the wall. Like, they never opened the gate last night. No one's seen any sign of her outside or in any of the rooms. And then they kind of look and ask, wait to see what you guys say you found, if anything.
Well, we who was the altar to? I'm sorry.
Kane.
Kane. Well, in your attic, we found an altar to Kane with 13 thumbs on it.
Seems a little taken aback by that.
I'm kind of watching Dieter the whole time. I want to see how he reacts.
Yeah, give me an intuition check.
Intuition. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oh, this is not going to be good. Damn.
He seems surprised.
Like surprised that we found it, or surprised that that was up there.
Seems surprised. I mean, I don't know.
All right.
His eyes widen, and he listens to your story.
I go into the story of last night. We were awoken by a loud thud above our room, and when I went upstairs to investigate, I heard someone running above me. And when I followed the noise, it seemed to have crashed into the storage room on the second floor. But when I got there, Dieter was coming out and said everything was fine. Everything's fine here. I should go back to bed before waking the mistress of the house. And I give her a nod. And that's when I returned to bed.
Dieter kind of scoffs at what you're saying. He's like, I didn't talk to you last night.
Well, then someone who looked amazingly like you did.
The lady Kardst-Stampf looks over at Yosef, and he steps forward. You can see he's holding like a woman's bonnet in his hand. And he says, perhaps you can explain how this came to be in your rooms. One of the maids found it.
Whose rooms?
Now tell he's looking at you guys, and particularly Rocco. Tell us the truth. What have you done with Brunhilde, and why are you really here?
Nothing.
You can tell the guards are definitely on edge. Like, they have their hands on their swords. They're not drawn or anything, but...
I would not do something so uncouth. I am here on honorable terms.
What about this letter we found? He
Yes,
pulls it
I
out and
offered
starts
that letter.
reading it.
Now we have to decide if we think this letter is forged or not.
Is a
What
man
is-
not allowed to pursue his interests, his passions?
What I really want to know...
You really want to know?
Tell me what I want, whatever they really want. Give me a... I want to know how good this letter was. Perform, maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. That's agility based. That wouldn't really be it. What would be
Entertain.
entertain? That sounds good. If you have a good skill you think you should use, give me that. Otherwise, give me fellowship. I want to know how.
Fellowship?
I want to know how good of a letter you wrote. Yeah, fellowship's kind of like your social skill.
I don't have fellowship.
It's a stat. It's a main stat.
Oh,
As they read your letter aloud for all to hear. Even Lucius winces a bit at parts of it.
I'll re-roll that.
Probably re-roll it.
You don't want to lose honor.
Yeah.
Even
Slightly
Lucius winces at it. You hear him
start
mutter under his
owning it.
breath, those words don't even rhyme.
You should have had him help you.
You can't rhyme want with want. That's just lazy.
Nice.
Would a letter
So-
like this convince any woman to come into a stranger's bedroom? I think not.
You do see he puts the bonnet down on the table. You do see there's blood on it. You actually give me perception rolls, Griff and Bernard.
Why are you going to make me use up all my shits before combat?
Who says there's going to be any combat?
Well, if combat starts, I'm going to shoot the lady in the head. Then we'll see what happens.
That's okay. That'll give me time to get that next mega campaign ready, because we'll need a whole new party anyway.
Yeah.
Or
I
after
can go-
after a few outlaw sessions anyway. Assuming your
I can
party
go-
doesn't kill you.
I can go make a
Bernard,
character.
you think you recognize that as seeing that as having been hanging in her wardrobe earlier when you were searching the room.
and I'll mention that. I'll look over at Lucius and I'm like, Isn't that the bonnet we saw hanging in her wardrobe this morning?
Lucius is like, I wasn't really, maybe. And then, but Dieter actually is looking at it and he kind of gets a frown on his face. And he's like, because he did peek his head in there. He's like, actually, I think I might have seen it in there too. Give me a charm test, Dave.
Charm? Do I even have that?
Probably not.
Oh, that's climb. Hold on. Alphabet.
Yes, you have charm though.
Yeah, I know. My charm's pretty good. What the hell? Let's see if it works. There we go.
Yeah, you're like, Dieter's like kind of like thinking about it. And you're able to be like, no, yeah, dude, it was hanging right there. It was right next to this other, like you're able to recall details and you kind of jog his memory.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually agrees with you. He's like, you know what? You're right. I think I saw that hanging in there.
Okay. Who?
You guys want to do anything else to make a case for yourselves here?
Yeah. I'll turn back and who was the one that was giving orders where to search? Was that Dieter?
The lady. Lady Kardst-Stampf was like told him to go get the guards and told the.
Actually, I'll turn back to who brought the bonnet in, and I'm like, were you the one that searched our room and found this, or did you receive this from someone?
One of the maids brought it to me. Hetty.
Is Hetty
And
here?
she steps forward and she's like, yeah, it was tucked under one of the beds. Not very well. It was hanging out partially. That's how I noticed it. I was really just looking for Brunhilde. I wasn't going through their stuff, I swear. But it did seem weird they'd have a lady's bonnet in their room. That's why I went and took a closer look.
I guess everyone was moving around the house
Dieter's, yeah.
in a flurry this morning.
Dieter's got kind of a frown on his face as he's looking at you.
Me?
Well, I like all of you, yeah. So, why did you bring yourself? Why are you here in our home?
We were invited by Master Lucius.
Yeah, that's true. Jurgen's like, yeah, I delivered them the invitation yesterday. Lucius actually isn't here at the moment. You don't know where he is right now.
Okay.
But Jurgen backs you up on that. He's like, yeah, like Lucius invited them. I delivered the invitation, 2 days ago, I guess.
Yeah. Where is Lucius? Should he not be here?
She gets a little bit of a concerned look on her face. He should be, but like, he might not have heard the call.
We should probably find him.
I still haven't decided what I'm doing with you.
All right.
But you're right, and she tells one of the servants to go. She tells a couple of the servants to go start looking for Lucius.
All right. Let's see.
There's something shady going on here, but
as far as I've been able to tell from discussions with the servants and guards, disappearances have been happening here for a while now.
You see all the servants get kind of uneasy. And Lady Kardst-Stampf's like, servants come and go. Nothing unusual. And Dieter kind of clears his throat. He's like, actually, there was that stabbing, a few months ago, where Raynor just went crazy and killed Talbot. And there
Who was Talbot and where is Raynor?
Raynor ran off after he stabbed him. We couldn't find him. We let the watch know, but apparently they never found him either. Talbot was another stable hand. We've had a few other servants go missing recently. Lady Karstadt's actually kind of surprised as she's hearing Dieter back up that, servants have been going missing. Because you get the impression she wasn't really fully aware of that. He's like,
I will ask him.
he names off like 3 or 4 names of servants who have just kind of disappeared over the last few months. But, no bodies or anything.
Would that number be anywhere close to 13?
No. And then he kind of starts chatting with the other.
That number be anywhere close to 6.5.
Did you say it was all thumbs or all left thumbs? You made some kind of comment like that, right?
You didn't check. Let's see. There was Rayner. He ran off. After he stabbed Talbot. There was the Lorenz. He was a guard. He just disappeared one day. But he might have just left service. There was Adelheid. She was the cook. She disappeared. There was Eddie. Like this is kind of like all of them talking together, making a list. There are a couple stable hands, 2 that have left recently. But I mean, like a couple of the other stable hands speak up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, but they're working over at so and so's, like they know where those guys went." Whereas the other ones like disappeared and no one heard from them. Someone's like, "Yeah, even her mom hasn't heard from her after she disappeared. Don't know where she went. She was just gone."
Does it get to somewhere around 6 at least? 7?
If you count the mysterious disappearances and you don't count the guy who stabbed people, you're at 4.
Okay.
Actually, you're at 3 because one of them was obviously murdered by the guy who stabbed someone.
Right. I suppose his body was disposed of appropriately.
So I guess you have 3 disappearances. You have the guy who ran off and was never seen again, and the watch couldn't find him. And then you have the dude who was actually murdered, like in front of everyone.
Sure.
Like he was just, they were all there in the stables together, and according to them, he just sort of he was acting weird, and then all of a sudden he just started stabbing the other dude and ran off.
The state of those thumbs, were they all recent or some of them decomposed? I guess that's probably one of the checks you wanted me to make.
Yeah, that was one of the checks you had. Some of them were very decomposed. None of them were like fresh from last night, at least.
Okay.
They were all at least, getting some rot on them.
Okay. Is the crates in the attic, were they whole? We didn't open any of them up.
No, some of them were probably open. They were more like just, open crates with stuff in them.
Okay. Would it have been possible to hide a body in some of those crates?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, full search.
I suggest at least to the butler, that we should go up there and open up all those crates to see if there's anything in there.
She thinks about it for a moment, and she's like, "There's definitely something untoward's happening here. I don't really trust you, especially," she looks at Rocco. "But I don't think you're fully to blame for whatever's going on here."
I think something has been going on for a while now. Maybe since the disappearances started.
I agree. She motions to the guard. She's like, "You're free to go about as you wish. I don't want you to leave the grounds till we get to the bottom of it, and you need to stay out of the family chambers, Rocco, or there will be consequences."
May we secure the help of some guards to go through the crates upstairs?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to do this. I want to make sure that there's enough people there to see this to validate everything we're doing.
Okay. Yeah. They do find Lucius after a few minutes, and they come back with him. He was, I don't know what he was doing. He was upstairs. Didn't hear the call. Apparently, they found him up in his room. They bring him down. He's like, "Oh yeah, he'll help you guys search too."
Okay.
For a few minutes at least. Then he gets kind of bored and goes back downstairs. But you guys are going through all the crates, and it takes probably an hour or two, just to do. Well, probably like an hour, maybe. There's a bunch of you. You do not find the
Rest of the bodies.
any
All right.
bodies, and everybody, gets a look at the altar. Everyone who goes up there anyway. Yeah.
Is the
the
slab,
guards are kind of looking at the little shrine type thing, and they're like, do some various wards. Stay away from it.
is the shrine significant in some fashion, or is it just a slab of like granite or something?
It's kind of a nice slab of granite, but no, it's not particularly.
Okay.
It by itself is not super exciting, other than the fact, there was some blood on it and a dagger and some thumbs.
Okay. I will ask Trent, is there an appropriate way to dispose of these kind of trappings? The wavy dagger and all that kind of stuff.
Do what?
I don't know if there's anything special needs to be done. Just break the thing or such.
Yeah, just I don't know about religion. That's this could for all I know, this dagger could come to life and start stabbing people on its own. What is there a way? Do we have to do something special to get rid of it, or whatever? So, according to Trent, it sounds like no, just it's a dagger.
Pick it up, find out.
No thanks. I'll cross myself too. I'll do the whole.
Read the book. Read the book, Dave.
No,
It's Cthulhu. You always read every book.
no.
All right.
Who found the thing outside, and did they tell anybody else about it? The little campsite.
Eric found it.
I didn't. I don't think I have.
Okay. It's possible that they put the bodies somewhere else and just bring the thumbs in here. You said that the maze was very unkept. Is there anything else on the property that's that way too? Any outbuildings or anything that might
It
people
looks
might
like
not
it's.
use?
It looks like it's probably not kept as well as usual because so much of the family is gone and so much of the staff is gone. But nothing major. You haven't been in all the buildings out there, but it's where staff live. So, you can definitely, certainly, you can go through all these buildings. Like everybody's going to open their doors, and certainly everything can get checked. You haven't done that yet, though.
Yeah.
But no, you're not like, oh yeah, they probably just throw it in a bush. That probably would become obvious.
Yeah.
On the main grounds at least.
I'll ask the Helen. Are there? Obviously, the way into the attic was pretty well hidden. Are there any other? Is there a basement? Is there other buildings on this property that are, I don't know, underground or something?
It's not on the map, but it sure feels like there should probably be a cellar where they keep things. So they'll open. It's not huge like the attic or anything, But they'll
Okay.
open up the cellar, they go down and check it. I'm sure they're storing stuff down there that needs to be kept a little cooler, and probably, casks of wine and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's probably, yeah, but no, there's no bodies or anything down there. So you guys have searched upstairs. So I don't know, Rocco, what are you up to now that the upstairs search is concluded?
I'm gonna try to stay out of trouble.
How so?
Maybe I'll go back to the hedge maze.
Okay.
Never heard you say that before.
Griff, what are you gonna do?
The only thing I'm particularly interested in is to, at some point, maneuver a conversation with the maid that found the bonnet to
Yep.
see if she was specifically directed by anyone in particular to check our room.
Okay, give me an intuition check.
And then, if that doesn't work, I'll point my pistol at her face.
Yeah.
Try again.
But she says no. You just have no
I'll
idea. You just have no idea if you can believe her or not.
Well, we'll waste a reroll on that. Why not?
Trent, what are you up to? Yeah, you actually do believe her. You believe she was just doing a search.
Okay.
She sounds convincing, and she'll even like take you and she's like, it was right here. It was like, it wasn't even hidden well. It was just kind of obvious, right there. When I walked in on the door, I could see it.
Okay, I express gratitude.
Yeah, that makes it even. Never mind.
Go ahead.
You just don't insult our intelligence to think we're that bad at. But no, no.
Right, but that has nothing to do with her specifically.
No, I know. I meant more saying that towards.
I 100% agree with you.
Trent, what are you up to?
I mean, if we're spending a ton of time out on the grounds and I'm helping with that, I guess I am showing where the campfire was.
Okay, yeah. You show that, and a couple guards. Man, I could have been doing gossip rolls all night. I guess no one was really doing that, though. A couple guards mentioned, yeah, there was a vagrant they saw. They found camped out there like months ago. They kind of ran him off. They think that's what that was. They figure he was probably there for a few days before they noticed. He must have climbed the wall.
Is climbing the wall an easy thing to do? I know you said that she probably.
Well, like the old lady. No, you guys. I mean, I don't remember exactly how climb checks work. Al could do it.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think he may have been the culprit this whole time.
Al?
Maybe that's where he is right now. Maybe it's him. Those could be his thumbs. All right, so Rocco, you are going out towards the maze, and you see Dieter out there. And give me a perception check.
Okay.
You see Brunhilde right at the entrance to the maze. And Dieter, you're kind of, because said you were going down there. You kind of see her and him, and he's like, you see her take off into the maze, and he starts sprinting after her.
Okay. I chase after.
All right. Give me a navigation roll. But I'm going to give you a plus 20 because you spent so long.
I am very familiar with this maze.
You spent so long in there before. Was that with plus 20?
Yeah.
Well, give me another roll.
Okay. Same bonus.
You're actually getting more lost as you get in there.
You could re-roll some of those.
This maze has gotten the best of me again.
Give me one more roll. not being loud about this, right? You're just
Right.
okay. I was making sure you weren't screaming, "Hey, everybody, come over here!" Wow. Well, it is what it is.
Yep. I tried.
You want to use your super point?
Am I lost in the maze, or can I find my way back out?
So here's the thing. So you're running into the maze, right? And you're like, all right, I saw Dieter go that way. Okay. You're going that way. You turn. It's like dead end. You're like, oh, okay. He must have gone down. I must have missed it. It was this left here. You're like, you start working your way, and then you start hearing like grunts and kind of people cursing, and you're like, oh, it's right on the other side of this hedge. I just got to turn here. I remember this, and then you're like, nope, that's a dead end. So you're like trying to get to where you think you're hearing fighting, maybe.
Okay.
And you just find yourself all twisted around, and like you're sure it's right on the other side of this hedge from you, but you just don't know how to get there. And it's thorny hedges. It's not like you're just going to push your way through.
Right.
And then eventually the sound stops, and you're like, I'm not sure where I am now. You can give me another roll.
Well, I try to find my way back out.
Your way somewhere. Give me. Hey, that's still a fail. You don't find your way out, but you do find yourself to the center.
Ah.
And you see. Let me see what you see. Actually, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I have to make it too.
Reroll some of these.
You find Dieter's body laying there. He looks quite dead.
How did he die?
I'm so glad that you're the one
Are
to
there
find
any-
it.
That's a great question.
Obvious signs.
There's hedge clippers sticking through his chest.
I think that would be a great way for him to be dead. Yes, there are hedge clippers. And you know what? They're not under the bench anymore.
I was just going to use those to get out of here.
I mean, you still could. It'll take a while. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to mess with the body, but I try to find my way back out again. I yell. I found Dieter dead.
Trent, you hear yelling coming from the maze because you were over by the campsite talking to some guards. Give me a perception roll, Trent. Yeah, okay. You do hear the yelling, though.
I'll point that out to the guards and tell them we should head that way and call for everyone else to come over that way.
Okay.
Not run off on my own?
Yeah. Hey, are you trying to get out at him, or are you just waiting in the center now?
Oh, I'm yelling and trying to get out.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me another navigation.
I get a plus 30 now, right?
No, you're just still at plus 20. Hey, that was such a good roll. You get right out.
Excellent.
You only needed 3 successes to get to the center or not, but you were just negative. About the time you get to the entrance, you see Rocco come out. Griff, you there?
Yeah.
Where are you at right now? I know you were talking to the maid. What'd you do after that?
I mean, I'm just going to hang out with my watch commander, Bernard. He'll let me know what to do.
Well, he was over doing the cellar.
Official watch business. Okay. That's where I would go back to.
Okay. Dave.
What's up?
You're coming out of the cellar.
Okay.
And Dieter asks you if you found anything down there.
Who?
Dieter.
We did not.
There's a crawl space back behind the cask here. We should check that.
Okay. Who else is down here with me? I'm not the only one down here.
You are the only one down here. Griff's on his way, but you don't know that.
Okay. All right.
So, give me 1 sec. I gotta find a page.
Excuse me.
They not. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong guy. I'm looking at actual Dieter. Hold on.
Whatever do you mean?
Yeah, whatever do you mean? There we go. All right. I'm just gonna put you, I don't know, in the kitchen for purposes of, or I'll put you outside the kitchen. Where's your token, Dave? Find your token.
My token, it was, where'd it go?
Put it, I don't know, out here somewhere.
Okay. Where is my token?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, there I am. There.
Rocco's outside. Trent's outside.
And I'm
Griff.
below outside.
Yeah. Probably beneath the kitchen. Like it's probably like right out. How would they? I assume it would be like under here. Now that I think about it, like it would be by the back door, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But like down under.
Yep.
And I don't know where Griff is, but Griff, if you find yourself, let me know.
I think I'm in the
Dave,
attic.
I'm putting surprised on you.
Okay. I'm not surprised. It's a master watchman.
Dave's not surprised.
As a master watchman, I'm not surprised.
So you are, Dieter's showing you the crawl space and you're checking it out. When something slams into you, it's Dieter grabbing something nearby and just like smashing it down on you, aiming for your head but missing.
Okay.
However, to break your arm, must have got you like up by the shoulder. You turned at the last minute because you saw a shadow move.
Was that like a crit?
That
you're all secret rolls right now.
Yeah. That was a crit before I even do the damage part. That was is that one of the ones you can soak with armor?
I probably let me get my chain covered.
Yes.
I just have my leathers on.
So I think your leather could soak the hit though.
I don't think I'm running around with a chain mail on.
No, probably not. Your leather, does it cover arm? It looks like it does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so if you want to take a point off your leather jack, left arm.
Okay.
You avoid breaking your arm.
Let me get this coat off here. Come on. Okay. To my which arm? Which arm?
Your left arm.
Yep.
So I think if this was a true scenario, if you were like completely unaware, it's almost one of those things where they get to pick what they roll. In this case, you're still kind of on high alert. You never fully trusted Dieter. You've been suspicious of him, so I'm just treating it as a surprise. Like they got a surprise round on you.
Okay.
So I believe you don't roll defense. So this is just, let me check here. Yeah. So he does hit you. It's only for a point of damage.
Okay.
You turned just at the last moment. Your armor soaked most of the hit for you. Dieter's standing there, surprised. He was trying to hit you in the head. Didn't actually do a call shot. Probably should have. And, yeah.
Let's see. I don't have my weapon either. I will take the bastard sword off.
As you turn and look, though, you're not actually seeing Dieter at this point. You are seeing yourself.
Okay.
Which probably, throws you off a little bit, but it is what it is. Whatever it is trying to kill you.
Okay.
And it's not the greatest copy of you. Like the feature, well, I guess you're not used to looking at yourself too much, but to anyone else who looked, it's just not quite right. Like the nose is a little wrong, the mouth's not quite right. It's like not a great copy.
All right.
Anyway, now we would do normal combat round. Griff is not quite there yet for another round or two. Bernard, you are going to be first.
How do I? There we go. I will attack this guy. Combat. There we go.
What kind of weapon do you have? Because I doubt you're carrying a bastard sword around this whole
time. I took the bastard sword off. I was actually walking around with my knuckle dusters.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because I'm specialized in brawling.
That's good.
Might as well, use them.
What is this effect? Oh, surprise! I got to take surprise off. That'll probably hit. Let me check. No skills at all. This thing. There's no skills. You hit.
All right.
You caught yourself in the leg.
I caught myself in the leg? What?
Well, this thing looks like you, so yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Do you apply the damage? Do I apply the damage?
Oh, sorry, yeah. I applied.
Okay.
So you did 3 damage.
Right.
You hear yourself, as it grunt in pain, and then it tries to strike you back. You try to strike. I'll say it because otherwise, it gets confusing.
Sure.
You can try to defend as it strikes at your right arm.
All right. Well.
So it's
Okay.
It's basically using an improvised weapon, but it's effectively brawling you. It hits you, not for a lot, since apparently you soak 5 damage. But it did beat you a little bit. And new round. Griff, you're coming to where the cellar is, and you're hearing commotion down there.
I shoot everybody. No, I run down and check it out.
Give me an intuition check. At plus 20. That's pretty good. That's intelligence, though.
Okay. They both start with INT.
Yeah, intuition's a skill.
That's how they get you.
It might be based on intelligence, though.
It is.
So, wait. Yeah, that's fine.
I have a 35 intuition.
Which would have been 55. So it must not be intelligence because otherwise it's
What is
initiative.
I?
It's
Initiative?
initiative. Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever. You would have made it with roll of 8. So you come down the stairs and you see 2 Bernards. Although one just looks like a little, I don't know, mutant-y or something. Like the facial features
shoot it.
just aren't right.
I'm certain of it. I
Well,
shoot it.
it is not your turn yet, but it's Bernard first.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I gotta
-0.
click a button.
All right. Wow.
Parried.
All right.
And then Griff, you are doing a thing. You're
It
pulling out
is
your
my
pistol
turn.
and firing.
Uh-huh. It's just
Okay.
like Colonel's Bequest, except with 2 Bernards.
There's a wheelchair there, and you are probably not wearing your plate right now if it comes up.
I am not. Do I have my...
You have your gun.
I better just set all my equipment correctly again.
Here, I equipped your weapon for you. And I loaded it. Although, honestly,
Why wouldn't I keep it loaded?
I guess specifically since, well, I don't know, honestly. You probably do. Yeah. There, loaded, done.
Can you not keep it loaded? Will that not work?
I don't honestly know with like a black powder weapon if it's smart to keep them loaded. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't care. We're just gonna say yeah, it's loaded. That's fine.
I mean, I'm gonna miss anyway, so.
Maybe. You are firing into melee,
Yeah.
which probably has some sort of penalty.
I'm gonna probably re-roll that, I guess.
Does anyone know what the firing into melee thing is?
Nope.
It's been so long since we played. I mean, you can re-roll if you want. Because that's certainly a miss right now.
It's on page 162 as a little sidebar.
Thank you.
Shooting into melee. However, some prefer the rules be more precise.
That's better.
That was a better roll.
Yep, 162 has shooting into a group or shooting into melee.
There we
If
go.
you want
Shooting into melee.
If you wanted to be more gritty, use that little sidebar.
You missed by, so it's a -20 to your roll, which I can edit. All right, let me look at these qualities. Pistol, yep. Black powder, yep. Damaging, that all does its thing on its own. Cool. All right. You are close enough that this thing is allowed to dodge. And does. It dodges out of the way. Your bullet goes into the wooden cask of, I don't know, wine or whatever behind it. Wine starts spilling out on the floor. And it does not seem frightened of your shot. It doesn't go running off. Really, well, maybe it does go running off, but not because of that. Dave, you can have a free attack as this thing... So, like, layout-wise, you were deeper into the cellar, so it's kind of like between you and Griff, right? It turns, and it runs...
Oh, do I get a back bonus then?
Yeah, I think you get plus 20.
Well, then...
And I don't think it gets a roll at all, but I don't remember now.
Get SL6 for 12 damage then?
It's been too long. I don't suppose anyone remembers that one.
What, back attack? It's just 20, right?
Like it's hitting someone running away.
Oh, no idea.
Yeah. Those of you out in by the hedge maze, Adam, you had just come out. Trent's there. You would hear
Yep.
the gunshot, which would be kind of up around and to the right of where you are. So that would get your attention. I don't remember, so I'm just gonna make a call for now. And
Yeah, we'd definitely head off running that way then.
just gonna do that. Griff, this thing pushes past you. You don't get an attack for opportunity because you're holding a pistol. And rushes up the cellar stairs, wounded and bleeding.
Can we run after it?
Yeah.
No, I just have to watch it go. It's very sad.
Well, it may get away.
Well, it might. So those of you coming around the hedge maze see. Give me intuition check straight up. No pluses. That would be Trent and Rocco. You other two are, I'm assuming, chasing.
Yeah.
Trent, you make your roll. Rocco does not. So, Rocco, from your perspective, you see a bleeding Bernard. At the point you come around, he's already out of the cellar and he's kind of like running off, almost trying to go around the side of the house. And then you see Griff and Bernard come up after him. And you, like, based on context clues, you might decide what's going on there. But, like, you do not see a distinguishment between the two Bernards. Trent, you can see that the one who's running away clearly looks a little weird. Like, not
All right.
like a real Bernard.
Derek, page 165, fleeing.
Yeah.
Since he turned and ran, I get an advantage. I get a plus 20 to hit him. If I connect, I get another advantage. And he must make a challenging cool test. If he fails, he gets the broken condition.
So I don't need to worry about that part in this case. But
once the free
advantage, let's see. 165 is disengaging. Here we go.
165. It's called fleeing. Second column.
Thank you. So let me give you an advantage.
Okay. 2. One because he ran, and a second one because I hit him successfully.
Okay. I think it already did the one for you hitting.
Okay.
Because that's just built into the code.
I did 2 more damage also.
Okay. Got it. I think. Didn't get it. Let me try again. There we go. Okay. Cool. So he does have whatever his movement speed is. Lead on you just because you attacked him and he ran off. You hit him, but that's the gap. That's the
Sure.
slight little edge he has. So typically the way this would work is they've got pursuit rules where basically you make athletics checks unless your speeds are different. But I'm assuming everyone has a speed of 4.
Yep.
Actually, Griff's a little slower. And Bernard's a 4, though. Well, Griff, I don't know if Griff's actually slower or if it's just because he has armor on right now that he doesn't really have on.
I took all that off.
Okay.
Although maybe it's still...
Oh, it's actually just listing you as even more encumbered as a result.
Oh, you're right.
It's fine. I think you're a 4, too. So, whatever. You guys are all the same speed. Though the other 2 of you are, a little farther back because you're coming around into it. But if you want to pursue, everybody give me an athletics roll.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to spend a fortune.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta get one for him too, though. If you have a ranged weapon ready, you could probably do that too. But I don't think anyone else did. Pursuit, determined distance. He's 1 away from Bernard and Griff, and he's 5 away from you other two. And then everybody makes an athletics test. The lowest SL of the pursued and the highest SL of the pursuers is compared. The difference is between them. All right. You get a 3. What'd you guys have as your highest?
2.
All right. So he's gaining a little bit on you guys.
I'm gonna attempt to reload my pistol instead of running full bore.
Thematically, Bernard is keeping up the best, but the rest of you are all in the pursuit more or less. It's weird that it's the lowest SL of the pursued and the highest of all the pursuers, but everybody rolls. Because you got 15 guys chasing one guy. I guess just the odds are good someone's going to catch it.
Yeah.
I guess that's to make up for people spreading out or cutting off or whatever.
If you're running away, you don't have to be faster than the bear. You just got to be faster than the guy you knocked down.
Yeah. Griff, what were you doing? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna try to reload my pistol, but I'm sure it won't be easy.
Rather than run, or?
Well, rather than run full out.
Okay.
I guess they're gonna be in my way then when I want to shoot, so that'll suck.
That's fine. You can try to do your reload. I think there's a button you can hit. I don't know. Maybe. Is it just a range check? You figure out what you got to do for that. Meanwhile, everyone give me another athletics check. He goes tearing off around the side. He actually goes right, so he's kind of like going around the hedge maze. You know what? I'll just put you guys on the thing over there. God, it's so slow.
I didn't reload it yet.
Where are the other two guys? Where's Trent and Rocco? There they are. Okay. If you're reloading, you're not really keeping up, Griff. Like you're probably back with the other two now. So he's still gaining. He kind of runs around the hedge maze. You're starting to lose sight of him. Bernard's doing the best job keeping up here. But are you gonna keep running? Hope you get a good second wind or something. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna keep running.
He's running. He actually trips over. He's running really close to the hedge maze. He actually gets his. Well, what seems like his shirt gets caught on some of the brambles, and he actually like tumbles and rolls for a second, really slowing him down. And you've made up all the distance you had lost. So you are like right at the edge of him now. You're just a step behind him. So one more roll.
All right.
He's playing Ring Around the Rosie though.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Where does it? Where? Oh, it left. There's a fortune point. Now, it's not the worst.
Let's see. Someone there had a.
I have a -1. Trent has a -1.
He also had a -1. So you're right behind him. You're playing Ring Around the Rosie. He's at the edge of the hedge maze. You can tell he's definitely planning to go in there. At this point, instead of athletics, unless you're doing something fancy like going up and over it somehow.
I mean, how far behind him are we? I mean, do I think I could tackle him or leap?
That's what this whole thing is. That's what this whole pursuit is. You're trying to get close enough to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll do one more athletics, and after that, if you follow him into the maze, it's going to be navigation.
Okay.
Weird, it keeps telling me I'm rolling as Rocco. Maybe one of your friends will get the number.
Well, I got one more fortune point. I mean,
You guys, someone needs a +2 or better. Actually, you need a +3, I guess, to catch up.
I don't even think I can get a +3. Here. Yep. Fail.
Rocco, you still chasing? Griff, you still chasing?
Well, I'm a lot slower now as I fail to reload my gun.
Apparently, the way
it's okay.
Oh, if you're still reloading over and over, then yeah, you're probably out of the chase.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's a secret way out of the hedge maze, so I'm okay with that because I can guard the exit to the hedge maze.
It's true.
Rocco never made any rolls. Were you not chasing?
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
So Rocco's back by the house.
I don't know I don't think a fumble. I don't know. You figure out what reload is. He goes running into the maze. It sounds like at this point only Trent and Bernard are chasing.
Yeah.
He gained a little bit on you. You see him turn a corner. Do you want to pursue?
Yeah.
At this point, you'll switch to navigation for your rolls, probably.
Okay.
Or if you want, one of you do navigation and one of you do... You know what? You get your choice, athletics or navigation. Let's do it that way.
Yeah, that doesn't help me any, but for now, yes.
Because right now you're more about following and than trying to get somewhere specific.
Wait a minute. I've got a bonus to navigation. Let me make sure it's...
So, Rocco, what are you doing if you're not chasing? You're just standing by the cellar door? Or?
I'm looking for people to come help.
Okay. So there are definitely guards up front. If you run up there, you can definitely start yelling. What are you telling
I want to go in and...
Oh, yeah, you could go right in the back door of the house for that matter.
Help Dieter. Help dead Dieter.
All right. You're saying Dieter's dead?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a charm test.
Oh, God.
Charm is just trying to convince somebody or something.
Close. It's good enough for now that they're not trying to stab you or anything. Technically a failure. So they're... The guards have their hands on their swords. They're kind of having you walk in front of them, and they're keeping an eye on you, but they are going back towards the back. They had all heard the gunshot, and people had been heading that way anyway. And they're asking you, what was the gunshot? Dieter gets shot?
That Dieter. The Dieter in the maze.
What? Dieter's in the maze?
Yeah.
What was the gunshot?
I don't know.
Bernard, +3. Trent, -3. What do I get? I get +3. All right, you're keeping up.
We're never going to be able to catch this guy. His numbers are too much better than ours.
His numbers are better than yours. He's got like a 50.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's going to have to fail spectacularly, I guess.
Well, he did have the one that almost got you there, but...
Here we go.
So you were in the maze. Oh, there he is. He's got a -4. Somewhere in the maze, Bernard catches up to him with Trent right behind. Bernard, you can have, I guess, an attack. I don't really know what happens once you catch him.
If I attack, he just runs away again, right? Is there any way I can detain him instead?
If he did, you'd get a free attack on him.
Well, that just means my pursuit takes longer because I'm farther and farther away from him if I take a free attack.
Or he's dead because you guys got a bunch of attacks on him. Like, you're both on him. If he runs away, that's 2 attacks, right?
Okay.
At plus, what's the 2v1 bonus? I don't even know.
It's easy. Average. Plus 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
I
God.
guess this is technically initiative, but you're before him.
Okay. I miss. Most likely.
You do miss.
Yeah.
Why'd you even make a fighter?
Yeah, Dave, why'd you even make a fighter?
I don't know.
Bernard, Trent, are you using a slow weapon or are you I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're using right now. Okay, I
Oh,
wasn't
my
sure if you had your
sledgehammer.
Warhammer.
Yep.
Okay.
Or Warhammer, yeah.
So he is huffing and puffing after running. He's in the maze. You see that he doesn't look like Bernard anymore. Now he's starting to look like Dieter again. And it's a much better facsimile of Dieter. In fact, you would think you were looking at Dieter if you hadn't seen Bernard running away, and now it's Dieter. So Bernard caught up to him, probably like body slammed him, and then got out his weapon and started swinging. He will swing back. Dave, crit to the body. I'm assuming you want your armor to soak that.
Sure.
Okay.
Body.
And then, yep, body.
See?
And then make a defense roll. The good news for you is he's basically unarmed fighting you, so it's not doing a lot of damage, but it was 2 to your body after
Okay.
your armor soaked, or after your toughness, I guess. And he starts screaming, and you're yelling in Dieter's voice, "Stop, stop! Don't kill me!" And now, Trent, it's you. I assume you kill him.
Before anybody gets here.
Let's see if that hits. Oh, you know what? You need a... I doubt you added it. You need a plus 20. Because you're 2v1.
No, I didn't. You're right.
And let me see if that would have mattered for Dave.
I did.
You-
I thought I
you-
did.
You did it? Okay. Just making sure.
Why
I can add,
was I
I can
I
add
was
yours,
still
Eric.
47.
I fixed yours, Eric.
I should be more than 47. I added 20. Did I have a detriment?
You suck with knuckle dusters?
No.
I don't see a plus 20 on there. I see a plus 7 on there. Weapon skill 40 plus 7. You... Nope, that was your defense. Hold on, let me go up.
Yeah, that was my defense. Yeah, 67. Yeah, I rolled a 92.
He
With
won
the
against you by
target.
5 with his defense, so he was
Yeah.
protected. All right, I fixed Eric's roll, and now I am defending with him. Dude, he rolled a 3. I don't know what to tell you. His dice are on fire. He's really not that good. All right. So you guys are beating this down. You guys probably hear some commotion in the maze, but someone's begging for their life. Griff, I don't know if you managed to get your gun loaded. You're just hanging out there.
Not yet.
You're real bad at that. It's impressive.
It's much easier, all by yourself with no distractions or stress.
And Rocco, you got a couple guards coming with you out here. But they're still like, gunshot, what? And then they see Griff holding the gun, and they... Did he shot Dieter?
No, Dieter got killed with hedge clippers.
What?
Come on, show you.
This guy should have kept the hedge clippers. They've got their swords out now because they don't know what's going on, and they're pretty nervous about the guy standing there with a pistol after they heard a gunshot. Bernard, you're up again.
Did all of our advantage get wiped out during that chase?
Yep.
Okay.
I think it was pretty even between the two of you anyway.
All right.
Maybe you had one more. But yeah.
Yeah, whatever. You'll roll a +3 at least.
Why'd you even make a fighter guy?
Yeah, no.
He
Hey, look, you rolled at least a +1.
hit a +1.
Yeah. All right.
All right. He's.
Sorry. I forgot my plus 20.
Oh, yeah. Then you hit. Hold on. Let me fix that. Maybe. Gotta remember your bonus.
Sorry. Yeah.
You got him right in the arm. He cries in pain. He's begging for his life, but he's still fighting because, otherwise he dies. Swings at you again. Swings at your head. It's a wild swing. It's not going to hit unless you fuck up your defense, but it could happen. You get your knuckle dusters up in the way and block the blow. And then Trent comes in with potentially a killing blow.
Let's hope.
Don't forget your plus 20. You hit him for 15. Can you see? I think I have to reveal this.
Yeah.
Nope, you see it. Okay. I don't know how torn apart works with a Warhammer, so I'm going to let you describe what exactly happens there. It doesn't have to be torn apart, but, in
No, I'm guessing
in
it's more
spirit.
like crushed.
His chest
Ribs.
cavity.
Yeah.
I'm getting visions of the roller, what the fuck do you call it? Like the bulldozer thing from Austin Powers, the guy who stands here and screams and finally gets. That's about what's left. Anyway, you bring your Warhammer down into his chest, just flattening him, and you see, like, after a few seconds, the whole body starts to morph into like this really ugly, like blobby, featureless humanoid. You don't know what the hell that is. He looks super dead, though. There's, like, blood coming out of his nose, his eyes, his ears. Obviously, his chest. Guards come. You hear guards yelling, like, Dieter, where are you? Rocco, you're trying to navigate him, huh? Can you give me a navigate roll?
Yeah.
Ha ha.
He
Plus
knows
40,
the way.
right?
I'll give you a plus 30 now. You've spent a lot of time in this maze.
30. Is that a 20 plus a 10? I'll try it.
Oh, just do 40, whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
Make it 40. Dear God.
What'd you even make it that way?
Somehow you're getting farther from where they are. You're like, no, but I know this is how you get there. You just do this, and then you come to a dead end. You end up right here.
Exactly what we should have done. It's like we wanted to get lost in the maze. Send him in with Rocco.
Eventually, though, you get there. It's just a little embarrassing in the way that it happens.
You get to the center of the maze or get to us?
They get
Because I don't think we're in the center. Right?
That's a good point. I don't know where you get first. At this point, one more navigation roll. If you fail, you get to the center first. Well, where are you trying to get? The center or the
I'm trying to get to the middle.
Okay. Then if you fail, you get to them first.
Okay.
Yeah, you come upon Dieter. Sorry. What's that?
He forgot his bonus.
Did he? I don't think he did. I doubt he doesn't have any points in navigation. So, yeah, you come across Trent and Bernard and some weird amorphous thing. Well, it's not amorphous. It's definitely humanoid.
Trent's helping me up off the ground. Thanks. Thanks for killing whatever that was.
Guards are with you. They're all like, what the hell is that thing?
Are they asking for an explanation?
They're more like looking at it in astonishment, like in confusion.
God damn it.
Jesus, Andrew. Like, you need to check if fumbles have problems, because 100 is as bad as it gets.
I think your weapon goes off in your hand.
I don't think I've been able to load it. I probably have lost a bunch of the black powder. Like, I should mark off some rounds.
It's all over the ground. Don't light fire or nothing.
There's some little stable boy who's going to come up and, like, load it for you. Send you anywhere. All right.
You showed me how to do it in the shop. It looks so easy.
Eventually, you can show them to the body of Dieter with, hedge trimmers sticking out of his chest. You're happy that no one questions how the hedge trimmers got there.
Is this the real Dieter?
Yeah, well, he looks like Dieter in death, so who can
All
say?
right.
In general, like, what do you guys want to do?
I think we need to explain this thing. I mean, it looked like Dieter told me to come with it into the cellar, tried to attack me, looked like me, ran away, tried to disguise itself as Dieter again, and when it died, it turned into a pool of whatever this is.
I mean, it's still obviously like a humanoid body. It's not like a
Sure.
pool, but
Now it looks like a blobby human. You had
they say its
you had-
skin seems to peel back, revealing muscles, organs, and bones. Oh, hey, here. Wait, here's a picture of it.
I tell him you had some mutant living in your presence for some amount of time, disguising itself as one person or another.
Apparently, that's what it looks like in its natural form.
Awesome.
It's like those Martians
Yeah.
from Mars Attacks.
So it takes a while for everyone to kind of get on the same page about what happened there. But yeah, like what happened to Brunhilde, people still don't really understand that. Like, they drag the body of Dieter out. They drag the body of this thing out, so you're not all standing around the hedge maze. You're probably like out the back door. Everybody's gathered around, like the servants, Lucius, everyone. And like no one seems to have a clear idea what's going on, other than everyone's pretty sure Dieter's dead. Lady Kardst-Stampf seems pretty sad about that. He'd been her butler for like 20 years. Griff's in the background just trying to load his gun.
Griff is sitting down in the on the ground, still working on his gun.
It's amazing that you failed that many times. Do you need more than one success to do it too, or is it just
Not
one?
for pistol? You need two for.
Okay.
Like in actual combat, I think if you get the minuses, like you have to overcome those. Like I think it's a rolling total.
Yes.
I'm unclear on extended tests if you can go below 0. Because at a certain point, all right, I stop and I start again.
That
right?
might, yeah, that might be true because the other one was 2. So maybe if you get one success, then
there are certain
the failure
ones
takes
where
it away.
There are certain ones where it is possible to make things way worse, then it would make sense. But like, you can't go worse than unloaded, right? I don't know. Like I said, a crit fail, you can spill your shit, and it takes a round or 2 to pick up. In the scheme of things, eventually you're going to get this loaded. I don't care about you rolling anymore unless you're curious. But does anyone want to do a Columbo summary at the end, or do you have things you're still worried about, or want to check? Like, I don't know what to. Everybody's sitting there like not really sure what's going on. I'm wondering if one of you have a theory that you want to present. Or...
I told him that this mutant or whatever, this thing that can change his shape, has been hiding among you for a while. Apparently, recently it looked like Dieter several times. So, and Dieter did mention that I did not talk to him last night when I definitely did. So, I'm assuming it was this guy that I spoke to.
So he was cutting off thumbs and
maybe. Maybe that's the racket I heard upstairs and saw him when he was trying to get back down into the main floors.
Where's Brunhilde?
That I don't know.
Does anyone know what her thumbs look like?
Only they had fingerprinting.
I imagine like he has to eat people, and eating servants is, a good way to do that.
I would hate to think that. Maybe this thing was devouring those people.
Lucius.
But I don't know
like-
what's up
like-
with the thumbs.
Lucius like shudders when you say that, but then he also has like a writing board out and paper, and he's starting to like write down notes from everything that happened.
It's turned from a poem of glory to a horror novel.
There we go.
I got it. Boom. Oh shit. I mean, that could be a crit fail too. You load it, but you accidentally discharge. I could see that. Anyway.
Awesome.
Well,
All right.
everybody seems real confused about what exactly went on and if it's done or not. But
I don't know. I would. Obviously, we couldn't tell. When he took my shape, he looked really bad.
wait, he looked real good as Dieter, though.
Yeah.
Lady Kardst-Stampf asks Trent if he will, burn this thing, with Sigmar's holy fire or whatever. Purge it.
Sure. Yep.
Someone removes the hedge clippers from Dieter and, closes his eyes and puts his hands over his chest and all that. So I guess you collect your 8 shillings and you go.
This is day
we got a
2,
couple
man.
more days, don't we?
16 shillings, please.
I don't think she wants us here anymore, does she?
So things settle down over the next few hours. People are kind of paranoid about whether or not they're actually safe now.
I also am owed at least breakfast and lunch.
A few of the staff actually leave, like they're out of there.
Like permanent leave?
Yeah, just a couple. Mostly it's the stable hands. They all seemed like they were halfway out the door already. A few had already left.
But now it's more safe. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't feel more safe. Lady Kardst-Stampf asks if, when Trent leaves, if he'll go talk to the Sigmar priest and they can, come out here and do some sort of purification right in the attic. Or, I don't really know what the details of that would be, but something like that, right?
Yep.
She's pretty happy with you, sort of. She still does not like Rocco.
No one does.
Yeah. She does thank you for, chasing this thing down, and
But best case scenario,
apparently
we're still lower
uncovering-
class scum.
yeah, she does award you 5 gold each, so that's on the way up.
Wow.
And Lucius does owe you 16 shillings and some meals. He is, however, you know what? He'd love for you guys to stay a few more days. He doesn't feel super safe.
I'm fine with that.
He confides in you, actually. He never had a chance. Because everyone was always running around and no one really did much talking. But Lucius actually had an ulterior motive. He confides in you and inviting you here in that he had seen his mom like a month or so ago go into the hedge garden with a servant and come out. He heard some screams. She came out kind of bloody, and then his mom without the servant. But then the next day he saw the servant and everything was fine. And but it just, he was starting to feel real worried with people going. So he was kind of hoping you would end up investigating his mom. Turned out he doesn't think it's her anymore. He thinks there was some other weird shit going on, like whatever was going on with Dieter. And that was his ulterior motive for having you here. Although he definitely still wants to hear all your adventures. It was true.
Right.
He just had more reasons that he wanted you here. He wasn't feeling safe, and he would love for you guys to stay maybe another week or so just to make sure everything's.
I would be glad to stay. I don't want to weigh out your mother's welcome. So make sure that we're not going to cause any problems there. Before
I think as long as Rocco stays out of her way, it will be okay.
I'll be a good boy. Hey, can I have those hedge clippers as a souvenir?
That's weird. No. He seems like he's suddenly reconsidering whether or not he wants you here.
Yeah. Thanks, Rocco.
Anyway, so you guys get 5 gold and I guess 56 shillings. Nothing else really happens over the week other than Trent would go out one day and bring some Sigmar priests back and they do their thing, right? And I'm sure she pays a heavy tithe for that service. Everyone's still on edge. That's about it, I guess. After a week, he's got more than enough material. He's going to write an epic poem about what happened here while you guys were here. It's going to be great. Maybe I'll feed the adventure to ChatGPT and tell it to write a poem about it. We'll see what happens.
I heard, I hadn't been in it, but I heard from Rocco that the hedge maze was pretty cool. So I'm hoping over the week he can take me in there.
Make sure you set aside 2 or 3 hours. It's a big one.
Gotta get Al off the thing here. No XP for Al. Alright, let's see. $40, $90. $5.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Alright.
Is that it?
I guess so. It's almost 11:30 and
Did you record your money? Don't forget
it wasn't
to do that.
it wasn't sounding like you guys had anything else you wanted to check out, so nothing much happens over the week.
Do we do some downtime stuff?
Not right now.
No, then I'll lose my money.
Okay. I paid Trent back that 4 gold I owe him.
Oh, damn.
And ask him if he can get the 8 gold, 1 silver, and 9 BP out of the bank he was stashing for me before I could do banking.
I like their recommended experience point rewards. 50 points each for defeating the doppelganger, or 50 points each for helping the doppelganger take Lady Karstad's place.
What?
You'd have a very powerful ally.
All right.
All right. Next time, I guess.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yep. See you guys as well.